In the night, so cold rocket dreams, resilience in the fold, hedge pressurizing, the charts are bold, daily bands rapping stories untold. Riding with rockets through the AI, up we go reaching for the sky. Every train home never dies, on the edge as the numbers fly. Checking the charts, midnight glory, heartbeat thumping, another story. Green and red, flashing voices loud, future kings spinning on their cloud. Riding with rocket scooter AI, up we go reaching for the sky. Every train home never dies, on the edge as the numbers fly. Ascending, mind on fire, never ending. Dreams of gold, endless fight, push on through the endless night. Riding with rocket scooter AI, up we go reaching for the sky. Every train home never dies, on the edge as the numbers fly. Charts, midnight glory, heartbeat thumping, another story. Green and red, flashing voices loud, Future kings standing on their throne, checking the charts with their AI. Up we go, reaching for the sky. Every trade home never dies. On the edge as the numbers fly. Checking the charts and tracking the charts. Midnight glory. Time to read all it's blending. Mind on fire, never ending. Dreams of gold, let's fight. Push on through the endless night. Push on through the endless night. Push on through the endless night.
What's up? Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the show. Welcome, all you cadets. Way to take on your awesome trading day today. Good morning, everybody. I had a good night's sleep last night. Went to bed early for the first time in a million years. Good morning, PB, JY, Bluekin. Just me talking out loud. What's up, Dominic? Time Machine, YDO, Lorenzo, Drawing, Nathan, Simon, Dean, Don, Deshaun, Fraser, Nadia, AT. 158K giveaway. Oh, that'd be funny, right? So today we're giving away 4 funded accounts with ETF, by the way. This is our new 4. We're giving away 4 funded accounts today. So it's going to be fun. Good morning. Good morning, Brian. Good morning, Michael. Gabriel. US Core PC Prices Index came in slightly above the forecast. What's the price index as we're going down this morning? I think a little mild reaction to that. Possibly. Could be pivoting action, but we'll see what we got. Growing bonus deals to all. Xanadu, Herman, out of time. Trini Hack, Moreno, Livy, Levi, good morning. TT, good morning. Shifty, good morning. AJ, Jesus, Monkey, Mario. Let's make some money today. Let's go. 4 accounts today. What's up, Simon? Good morning. TT, Levi, Mr. Malco, Vasilla, Gary, ICT. I still, every time I say your name, ICT Trader. I love it. All right, Jim, Gold Digger, Helpful, Gabriel. All fast, learn fast. I love that name too. Linda, good morning. All right, get ready to get going. It's been a good day today. As you guys can see, I have balloons. There's a funny story about the balloons. There's a 1 that's deflated. There's 2 other ones that aren't, and there's a K that's K, and there's a star. 111K, you may ask, why is this 111K? Well, technically it's supposed to say 1K, as we reached our 1,000 viewer total concurrent viewers. Right, we get probably like 5 to 10,000 people see our streams a day, including the 5 to 10 that see it in High-Funded Futures, right? So we're growing bigger and bigger, but maximum concurrent viewers, which means at any one given time, there's more than 1,000 people. I think we had 1,030 or 1,040, something like that. In the decade we've been streaming, this is our first time to break 1,000. We've been growing so fast and so big every single month. You guys watch my journey trading with Tradeify to go live. I pulled $150,000 with them, babysitting the same accounts. You guys watch a journey of a live trader, sharing my results day in and day out, same thing every day. You guys got to watch me go live with Elite Trader Funding. You guys got to watch me go live with My Funded Futures. This will be my 3rd live account that I get from my prop firm. Live is beyond funded, right? Live is the invite only club. And hopefully every moment, Brett sent me a hint the other day that I would go live pretty soon because he tweeted it. So any moment, wait for that. So as soon as I do that, I don't know what you guys think I should do for my next contest. Deal to on chat really quick. What should I do next as soon as I go live with these guys? What would be my next contest I should go? If you guys had to vote on one thing I should do, should I go waste my time in the Robbins Cup. I always think it's a waste of time. I can go try to win the Robbins Cup. I could get on the top step leaderboard. Hell, I can try to get on the Tradeify leaderboard. We can do a million different things. Should I turn 100K into a million? Should I turn 1K into 10K? What should I do next on the stream? You guys vote and tell me. I'm very curious. I want to see what you guys want to see me do, and I'll do it. There's very few traders out there who trade live and show you their results, right? So I'm going to one up that even more so is I'm going to go out there and try to win something. What should it be? Should I top step leaderboard? Go bankrupt the top step, $1 million payout, Robbins Cup, top step. So everybody thinks top step leaderboard's the way to go. Appreciate the stream, level-headed vibes where it's at on the skill and show. Tom, LOL. Thanks, buddy. Really appreciate it. And we got Tom over here, guys. How's it going? Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Appreciate you, man. All right. Niles, here's some. If you got to be at the top of leaderboard, that would be sick. All right. 1K to 10K. You guys want to see like the journey? 20K to 1 million. That would take quite a while. That'd be years of dedication. I did a $6,700 account, which was one time half the margin requirement of the S&P. I called it the Million Challenge, and I did it, and I took it all the way up to about 100K, and it took 9 months to do it, from $6,700. And then I stopped streaming on YouTube to go build Rocket Scooter, and that was like, you know, a $2 million cash sink from my pocket. So I ended up no longer streaming on YouTube for about 2 years. And when the platform was built, we reemerged with the trading platform as like a big surprise to the world. So that contest is pretty cool. Crawling $6,700, even the 25K trading micros, just to show extreme amounts of discipline, was actually very popular on the stream. The journey, just like the journey with Tradeify, you know, you get to watch the numbers on the screen where it shows, here's my balance thus far, show the P&L, performance curve, all of that. It was very popular. So maybe a live trading challenge, right? Can I turn X and Y? And you guys like that kind of stuff? $1 million challenge would be kind of fun. But I probably would start the $1 million challenge this time with something bigger, like maybe 100K, because it does take a lot of time to build percent-wise. This is to do it without YOLOing, by the way. Like I could go in there and turn 1K into 10K in a single trade if I YOLO'd it. Of course, I'd lose it just as fast. But what I do is to show actual proper risk scaling. So, all right. You guys like the idea of top step leaderboard and a challenge. Maybe I'll figure out a way to do both at some point. Take a 50 account and make $500 a day for 30 days. I like this width. That's kind of a cool idea. ICT agreed to turn 40 million in 1 year. So start at 41 million. I was about to make that joke. And I'll start at 41 million. I can make $1 million if I start with 2. You guys want to see me with the $1 million trading account? And I go to Top 7, make them pay you $1 million. Dad, what's up? Howdy, son. Did you pack your lunch? You're gonna miss the school bus, son. Hey, are you streaming today, Tyler? We got to go in there and raid your stream today if you're saying, hey, boost your numbers. Top step, turn pickle into muscle dog. It was a live account, just 1K to 5K. Yeah, something like normal like that. How long to turn 1 into 10 with proper risk scaling? Yeah, that's been a popular one. I've done that one before. I think I've done that one twice. It's pretty good. It's a fun challenge. The boss man is here. What's up? If I did a challenge utilizing Rocket Scooter on I am tripping over my words here. Did a challenge utilizing Rocket Scooter on equities, either options or stocks. That would be kind of interesting. Also, because I'm not the world's greatest equities or options trader, so you guys could watch me figure it out as I go and maybe coach me on some stuff. Get touched us turned $200 into 20K in about a month and lost it even quicker. That's right. That's what'll happen. Want to look at today for possible ups? Yeah, let's go for it. So let me get everything set and ready here to go. I didn't do any trades overnight. Let me double check I got my hedge pressures and everything set right. You're here. By the way, guys, today we're doing a fantastic giveaway with our partners. Always give us trading accounts to give away every single month. We do tons of them. Elite Trader Funding has been fantastic. They give us away like 16 to 20 accounts a month just to give away. I'm not on their payroll, so this is pure. Like they don't pay me to say this. This is pure opinion. Okay. Let me go to the evals. They just started a direct to funded program in ETF and it is really good. Let me show you guys what it is. They're donating 4 accounts today, 4 of the 50K direct to funded accounts. It's a $700 prize. We're giving away 4 of them today. So it's extremely awesome to see that. Let me give you guys a little detail about what it is. So stay tuned because when we get 1,000 viewers, we'll be doing a giveaway here. It's similar to Tradeify, very similar. You get basically capped payouts, and all straight to funded programs will be capped payouts. Think of them like that. A lot of people are like, I don't like capped payouts. Straight to funded will be like this. Okay. So what's the benefit of straight to funded? You skip the eval. You're a funded trader from day one. Costs you a little bit more money, but you keep going through it, and you can just get payouts within the first cycle. Their cycles are 15 days for 5 grand. You know, compared to other ones you may know are usually like 10 days for 3 grand. Cycles are normal. Pretty nice. As soon as you get to a safety net, you can start getting your payout after the it can be withdrawn within those 3 cycles, blah, blah, blah. You can now do like micro scalping. You can now do DCAing, all kind of cool stuff. But it's direct to funded them, which is really, really, really nice. And they're doing a giveaway today. So I'm super excited to see that. And you guys should be as well. I'll tell you guys more about it once the stream kicks off. But direct to funded is all I ever really trade these days. That and in the direct to funded program and end of the day drawdown are the 2 that I like to trade. ETF also has a killer static account, the best one in the business. So really excited to give that to you guys. I'm live funded with those guys, and I do get daily payouts and everything with the live funded program. So I'll have to say they definitely pay out. They're not scammy or schemy. So we only rep the best ones here that do well. What if I suffer from sleep trading, wake up and trades, don't remember doing it, plus they're crap entries? Nope, you're just bad at trading. LOL. That'd be funny. Remember when iDoc was banning people on accident? By sleep banning, she was like laying down watching the stream and would like fall over and her thumb would ban people. I was having this, you guys remember Free David? Hashtag Free David. We were talking to this guy named David. It was a really awesome conversation. We were completely like bromancing out over gamma exposure. And I was like, this guy knows a lot of stuff. This is really cool. And I accidentally bans him while he's talking in the middle of the like greatest conversation we've ever had about gamma on this channel. And then he never came back. Ships passing the night. Maybe she did it on purpose. She's like, nobody talks to my man but me. Okay, so what upside potentials today? We go ahead and remark up all my stuff on my chart here. Let me double check what we got on S&P. Uh, 62.89. Yellow line is way out of bounds here. Okay, so before I talk about upside potential, what I want to do today, I'm going to start marking on my chart. We already have the project in to automate this, by the way. So all of our futures conversions are now, we have a prototype being built for me to review hopefully early next week on the conversion, automatic conversions of all of this I'm drawing right here. We're going to automate the equities chart converting to the futures chart. We'll get that one in a little bit. So today is likely to be the same setup as yesterday. Is likely to be gap up if positive res. I'm going to long inside the box just to trade to there, even if the gap fills all long. As long as things are bullish and nice and tidy, I'll take it. That's S&P. Monthly hedge pressure is at 61.70. You guys notice the polarity has shifted. It's now downward with MHP on top. Still not that big of a deal. MHP is the support if we do fall. And of course, if MHP breaks, I don't long in hedge pressure. You guys know the rule there. Okay. Guys, smash the like button. Do me a favor. Y'all can give us some love at 500 likes. Triggers the giveaway. 1,000 viewers. We are 30 minutes pre-market right now. And in the meantime, I'd like for you guys to smash it.
Hit the like button. Rocket scooter. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Rocket scooter.
While I market my charts here.
Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Rocket scooter. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Rocket scooter. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hit the like button. Hit the like button.
Let's get those numbers up. 500, we'll do the giveaway. Everyone click like at the bottom.
Hit the like button.
First trigger.
Hit the like button.
What non-eval plan within my fund of futures is the best? If you know you can pass evals. What do you mean by non-eval plan? They're all going to have eval plans in my fund of futures. Building a pullback close to this morning? Maybe so. Elite Trader is warning us that the sellers are lining up on the DOM. Okay, thank you for letting us know that. The best plan with my fund of futures is the expert, hands down. Not only is the expert the best plan in my fund of futures, the expert is the best end of the day drawdown account in the business because it has no consistency and no DLL. That's the double, the double. That's what you want. No consistency, no DLL. Pass it in one day kind of stuff. And no consistency when funded. It's the gold standard. Yeah, that's what you said. Non-eval plan with my funded. They don't have a direct to funded, no. The best direct to funded right now would be Tradeify and ETF. Those are the two that are kind of there. The only reason I rank Tradeify, they're like 1 and 2, and there's not really a close third yet. Tradeify has just been around a little bit longer, but ETF is picking up a lot of steam as far as direct to funded goes. So they are both top tier. Just pick whichever one you like. They have varying types of consistency rules, so you have to figure out which one you like better. That's really the main difference between the two of them. ETF, you can get a little bit of a bigger payout, but a slightly longer window. So they're basically neck and neck for top spot. Did I see the Kelly video about PW? No. Last night, Doc and I went and played feather bowling. You guys know what feather bowling is? It's like, I don't know if you guys have ever heard of feather bowling. It's like it's kind of like, it's a Belgian shuffleboard on a curved table. I never heard of it either, but there's this like Belgian brewery in my town. It's kind of like, well, let me draw the curvature a little bit, right? It's kind of like this. I'm gonna draw the table. I'm very horrible at drawing. So it's kind of like it's like curved, right? And I'll shade this side a little bit. So it's kind of like a bowl, kind of like this. And you roll these kind of like, I guess from the side, it looks like this, and from the front, it looks like this. They're like they're like wooden cheese wheels, and you roll it on the table. And at the end of the table, there's a feather stuck in the middle. It's just like horseshoes and all the other things. You roll this cheese wheel, but the fact that the thing is curved, you roll it and it goes like this down the table, and then it just lands on the ground. And then it's like shuffleboard rules. Whoever gets closest to the feather wins. It's kind of like curling, yeah. But the table is curved, which was crazy. I'd never seen this before. And apparently the game is only played a couple places in the country. I was like, we were YouTubing it. We were like, who came up with the game like, you know, hundreds of years ago where they were like when you look at these components, like nobody just goes and says, I'd like to invent a game with a feather. Usually people are like, hey, you guys bored? And they find shit laying on the ground. They're like, oh, let's just make a game out of this. Like, oh, here's a rock and then there's a hole. Let's throw the rock in the hole. Okay. So what I thought, we thought that like a bunch of cheese makers or monks or something, because the little wooden things look like things of cheese. And we were like, okay, cheese makers and boat makers were sitting there at their boat yard. They had holes of a ship and they had cheese rolls. Maybe they're sitting there at lunch and like, let's just roll our cheese down the hole. And it did this. And they were like, well, we need to mark it with something. And they looked around. There's like a bird over here because there's all this cheese everywhere. So there's all these birds everywhere. And they just grabbed feathers and stuck it in the table. And we're like, all right, let's just. And it became a lunchtime game at some cheese factory. I don't know. We were coming up with these funny stories as to how the Belgians invented this game, because uniquely curved table. You'd have to kind of like go out of your way to invent a curved thing. So we were like, maybe they just had like a ditch they were playing in. Like they would roll it down a ditch and the ditch would do this. Nobody would come out of their way and say, let's invent a curved table. This sounds like fun. Like which natural thing would have led them to believe or to make a game out of a curved surface, right? I understand just rolling a ball in the dirt. Like most countries have a bocce ball variant sort of thing. But anyways, it was pretty damn fun because when you were rolling the little wooden wheels, they would like do this as they're going down the table. So you had, it's one thing to time how far you throw something, but also time how far you throw something when it's your momentum is swaying like this. That was actually kind of cool. Had a few different types of beer last night. It's a pretty good place. Floor drain. Yeah. Like what would be a naturally like a curved surface? You would just be sitting there and like you work at those giant concrete pipes that they put underground for drainage. Maybe they were just like, you know, rolling quarters or something, rolling coins. I don't know. But we started Googling it and there was no article on like the history of who's the first person that played the sport. Like in Scotland, you know, guys are whacking rocks with a club. Then somebody goes out there and digs a hole. They're like, you know, hey, hit it in the hole. Okay. And then golf was invented, you know, it's like, okay, that makes sense. We just got some rocks here and we got some clubs. Let's just hit the rock with a stick. But who had cheese wheels and a curved surface and bird feathers sitting around? They were like, I think that they have like traditional lederhosen doesn't have like don't they wear hats with like feathers in it? I think somebody's popped the feather out of their hat. Any Belgians here? Know the history of the war bunker? Anyways. Full size involves a ditch, mead, and chicken tied to a pole. Yeah, these are like Renaissance era games, right? Where people in the Renaissance just games that were designed to play with one hand holding a beer and one hand holding a thing. Like this is what mini bar games were decided to. You shouldn't be able to ever set down your drink. So anyways, we were doing that last night. It was actually really fun. It was a very cool variant of shuffleboard at this brewery that had it. So I was wondering if any of you guys have played it before. Okay, so today, guys, we are basically, I'm just kind of navigating the redistribution zone is going to be here. Hopefully we still gap up. Looks like we went up and we came down on the core prices I think we had today. Let me see what our numbers were. Alcohol was definitely involved. Oh, yeah. Because we were like, these wooden things that you roll look suspiciously like wheels of cheese. They're uniquely wooden. Like you'd have to go out of your way to just decide you wanted a game on a curved surface and then be some physics major. Or you're just like, you found a ditch, you found some cheese and there's a dead bird. You stuck some feathers in the ground. You rolled the cheese in a ditch and it became a thing. Because it was really cool. It was really hard. And a bunch of guys that were playing were all engineers. So everybody's trying to like outsmart each other and stuff. All right. Core PCE price comes in slightly over 1. Price index comes in at 2.7 on 2.6. Market doesn't really like that. Obviously, we're going to be seeing this year-over-year price index going up. It's all tariff stuff. Can't really get too, you know, obviously it kind of works its way into understanding the inflation of stuff. The forecast is still above 2. You know, the Fed wants to see its 2% inflation target. This is part of it. This excludes food and energy, which are a little bit more volatile, so and also seasonal. And so a lot of times, you know, the core is going to remove food and energy just to show the stability of what people want to buy versus what people have to buy. You know, in general, people have to buy food and energy. And when you take out the core removes food and energy, and it's mostly just discretionary spending at that point. When you include the food and energy, everything together, we're still at a 2.3. We've been flat here for a while. And of course, you know, the Fed is always talking about their quote unquote 2% target. And you could just see in general, you know, there's been periods of time before COVID where we were well below a 2. So prices are still somewhat high just because of the natural state of inflation. So this is, again, back to leaning on what the Fed is going to do this year. Are we going to cut rates, not going to cut rates, et cetera? The dot plot suggested that we were likely going to get fewer rate cuts this year and next year. One fewer cut this year and one fewer cut next year, if you read the dot plot right. So the Fed is less likely to cut rates, and the September estimate of the first rate cut might not even happen. It's now 7 of the participants are all voting that we need no rate cuts this year. That's all due to the tariffs, right, and the high inflation. Other than that, we should be pretty solid starting out the day. I'll be looking for my long, strong pivots off of MHP, liquidity pockets if we get them, maybe lower DD band to upper DD band. These are my targets. I'll show you guys this when the market kicks off. So far, we're opening about here. We're closing down here, roughly a flat-ish market, roughly about 1 strike distance gap up if we open right here. And we'll see what we get. Half gap is support when resilience is greater than 0. As we're opening flat, resilience will be very sensitive to the stocks, as we talked about yesterday in the class. You want to know if the stocks aren't gapping up and gapping down, if the stocks are just barely moving around half gap because of a flat market, resilience is going to be extremely choppy. So we're going to want it to be very, very, very strong on one way or the other, like 80, 90%. If it's sitting here at 20 or 30, it could just be stocks that are sitting flat. So be careful on flat days. Resilience isn't necessarily a strong leading indicator. The email up with trading view. Do I use the contract adjustment and set in trading view? I'm getting different levels when we convert QQQ and NASDAQ and trading view close QQQ. I don't understand what you're trying to convert. Hold on. You're trying to convert QQQ levels, Rahul, to NASDAQ. When you convert QQQ to NASDAQ, every time you convert it, that your level will be different. You and someone else's levels will never match because it depends on when you do that calculation. QQQ and NASDAQ futures don't exactly trade 1 for 1. They oscillate around each other. So if you ever convert the levels from QQQ to NASDAQ futures, it will be different every time you do the calculation. It depends on when you do it. You have to do it at the same time as someone else. It's like 1/100, but not exact ever. It's a 1% ish error. Sometimes a little higher, sometimes a little lower. So your numbers will be off by somebody by a factor of sometimes 100. NASDAQ. 1% error is significant, depending on the range. Sometimes it's very little error. Kashkari said this morning, possibly 2 by September. He believes 2 by September. Yeah. The Fed, as we saw in the dot plot, is divided. Half of the members think rate cuts are good. One by September is what people are betting on. There's a majority of people think we get a rate cut this year. More and more of them think there's none. So the vote is on the majority wins. We do get maybe 1 rate cut this year because more people are voting for a cut than not. But more people have moved from the camp of cut to no cut. It's not enough, but there's now 7 people instead of 4 that believe there is no rate cut, or that we should have no rate cut. Still not more than half. It's about a little bit over a third. So we still have the majority thinking the cut is possible. But at close price, do I use a continuous chart on TV or his actual contract? Which close are you talking about? Be more specific. equities close, futures close. What are you trying to do? Which one do you use for conversion from QQQ? You don't. Like, I don't know how you use the trading view functions to convert QQQ to futures. Rocket Scooter doesn't load on Safari. On your phone, I was able to load on Safari on my phone. Let me know what happens when you try. Send a picture over. What you're going to do, Rahul, if you're trying to convert your levels from equities, liquidity maps to futures, just basically right when the market opens and you get all your numbers, just do a quickie calculation. Do your value of NASDAQ divided by QQQ. Do this. The actual price of both, NASDAQ divided by QQQ, whatever the current price is of both of them, is a fraction. And then you're solving for X, which is your futures target. And then you do your QQQ target, like hedge pressure or whatever. So if you just do this little multiplication, you take that fraction multiplied by your QQQ and it converts it to your NASDAQ. So you take that fraction, multiply it by hedge pressure, multiply it by monthly hedge pressure, multiply it by open and close, and it'll give you targets referenced at that open price. They'll dance around a little bit throughout the day, but at least it's a converted target. Yeah. So use a private browser session on Safari. I'm curious what's going on in Safari. Yeah, we haven't optimized our platform for certain browsers. Not yet. So if it's not working very well in Safari, try to look for a workaround. Walker has a good one. All right, guys, don't forget to smash the like button. We're getting close to market open in 15 minutes here. I am running on 158K profit with Tradeify. I'm trying to work my way to get funded with these guys. Live funded. And we should be to basically go live with them. Good morning, everybody. What's up, Kaizen? Kaizen over here from Elite Trader Funding, you guys. Say hello. And we are going to be doing our fantastic giveaway. As soon as we get 500 likes. No 500 likes, no giveaway, but we're giving away 450K direct to fund. It's the biggest one they have. What a generous offer from these guys. They want you to try out their program. Direct to funded is fantastic. That's all I ever trade for the most part. If I can smash that like, you guys. You don't see levels on Safari. The levels don't pop up till the market opens, dude. In a 50K challenge account, John, I would tell you is that whenever you're doing your how much you should trade, right? The right amount. You need to know how much your drawdown is. I don't know what a drawdown is on a 50K, but as a rule of thumb, probably a handful of micros would be probably appropriate. 3 to 5 micros to start out. I don't know what your drawdown is, but if it scales with most 50K accounts, as a rule of thumb, on NASDAQ futures and 100K or greater, I'm usually doing 1 to 2 NASDAQ futures. At 50K, I'm usually doing 1 or less than 1. Is usually about what I do. Full port on evals, LL. What's my favorite Vietnamese food? That's a good question. I do like banh cuon. That's one of my favorites. And obviously I like pho and other banh mi and stuff. This is like your like to call the Vietnamese food that white people do actually normally like is the basic stuff. But I like banh cuon, which most people, it's a texture thing. I don't know, a lot of people like that, but That's kind of what I always get when I go out. And I live in Owen, Texas. You gotta get CQG credentials from AMP today. Can't keep your AMP Quant Tower logged in. Yeah, so CQG, you can only log in to CQG at one place at one time. If you need to log in at two places at one time, you need to contact CQG for to enable multiple logging in. So you have to usually pay a little bit extra to log in at two places at once, Levi. So the futures industry is designed that you can't account share data. They're very stingy like this in futures. It's how the CME group is. If you get a CME data feed, they require it to only be open at one place so that you can't account share. They're very stingy about it. So to be able to open your CQG in two places at once, you got to pay for it. And I think you just call CQG so they can enable your credentials to work on multi-machines at once. And usually I think you pay them a fee for it. But contact CQG or your broker. That will be what happens. Dang, real deal, Bankun. That was the only white guy who liked it. Yeah. It's like usually the iDoc brings home tons of food all the time. I like everything. I kind of like salt and pepper crab too, which is kind of like a staple comfort food. We do that sometimes, pretty good. Is the girlfriend Viet? Yeah, she is. I'm honorary Vietnamese in this channel. A lot of people say I'm now part of the crew. And so I'm adopted into the family now. Done. All right. So it should be opening 10 minutes till market opens. I'm looking for maybe kind of like, I'm not trying to say I'm looking for the market to sell up. I am looking for dips to buy. This has been a nice rock solid rally up. I don't think we're crashing. I don't think we're selling at all. I don't think we have a big red day, but we could. I'm looking for key levels to break and then bullish pivots to take. Usually 2 or 3 or 4 days up like this. I kind of just am, usually the market moves and then you get a little bit extra room to play. Dips I'm going to buy if I can get them. But just like always, I might long out the door at the 1A as I get that trade just with a nice strong resilience number, which should be good. We are opening kind of flat, which is all right. But be careful with the flat open is that the stocks will be a little wobbly. So use RS at the open and get the levels and start trading. Yeah, I would say like with that, or just get the levels now, because in reality, you don't need futures data for the levels. The futures data is just for futures levels. So copy your DD bands right now. That's all you need. And even if you don't log into your futures account here, the levels are given to you in the table. So you can log into your futures account wherever you trade. You can also trade your CQG account in Rocket Scooter. We have a DOM here, so you can open up the DOM and also trade here if you want to. But yeah, if you're using Quant Tower, just log in. You don't even need to log in with your futures credentials here to get all the data. And equities data doesn't need your futures data either. So if you're trying to trade your account elsewhere, you don't even need to connect it to our platform. We've been planning a Vietnam trip. It's on the agenda of things to do. Just started a 50K challenge and traded 5. Well, good luck with you, man. In a pre-market movement, you're gonna feel the actual market? No. Never. The pre-market, 100% forget about it. Forget about how much it's moved, how much it's oscillated. Forget about anything pre-market. The open is all that matters. So, good question. The open will give us the pressure, the map, and everybody's willingness to buy right at the open. The pre-market is trying to price the open in to the most liquid spot based on all available information. So the pre-market movement is not even real movement. It's just trying to move to where it needs to be at open. The open is the real movement. And it's responding to like global things and news overnight. But in reality, where the stocks open is the most important piece. All right, so today we have monthly hedge pressure and hedge pressure down here for A+ setups. Obviously, we're opening flat. There is a possible long out the door if I can get something, but we'll see. I'm not really too eager to like long out the door, but do I post the ratios for NQ in the Discord? There's a group that does it. Yeah, there's a volunteer group that does it. All right, guys, do me a favor before we get started. Market opens in 6 minutes. I need you guys to smash the like button because we won't do our giveaway until we have 500 likes. So let's go. Doing Elite Trader Funding is donating $450,000 direct to funded. 4 of you will become funded traders as of this stream in the next hour. So you better hit that like button. You better share the stream. Because we'll love it. Guys, do me a favor. Again, this helps get it out and get those numbers up if you guys want to help spread the word. I'm going to drop a link in chat. If you guys can do me a favor, go here to Twitter, comment, like, tag people, share it. Retweet is helpful. Get a bunch of people in here. We get 1,000 viewers today. That'd be awesome. We did 1,000 viewers yesterday. The first time ever. We're getting bigger and bigger and bigger every week. We want to be the #1 trading stream on YouTube, period. That's our goal. As we grow, we'll expand the scope and do even bigger and bigger things here. If you ever want a thing on anyone's stream, well, today's the day. Today's your lucky day. 5 minutes till market opens, you guys. The more you guys use our code, the more giveaway stuff we can do. Our partners are very thankful for your business. Obviously, you guys doing prop firms out there, Code Rockets here does give you the best deal in the prop space. Even when they're having a deal, our code gives you the site deal. So at all times, our code will give you the best offer for any one of the 6 partner firms you see on the screen. It's funny when they say 90% off, it guarantees an activation fee after. Yeah, that's normal. You have to think though, I mean, it's all the same, right? Prop firms are all gonna be the same price, no matter how they sell it. 90% off plus activation fee, no activation fee, no percent off. When you look at them all the same, you gotta boil them all together and take a look at them like side by side total cost. They're all relatively the same, yeah. Oh, up to 90% off. It's up to 50% off with ETF. I need to actually change that ad. I keep forgetting about it. It's up to 50% off now. They used to have 90% off sales, but our coupon, when they do it, our stuff is capped at 50 now. So I need to go change the... Actually, no. Hold on, Kaizen. Do I match the 90% off sale now if you guys have them? Because now our code matches the site discount. I think it does now. Who made this song? DJ Boat, clearly. That's him singing, duh. He spent hours recording it. It's Slash from Guns N' Roses doing the guitar solo. Got Chad Smith on drums. You can't hear it? We do match it, ETF. Okay, cool. So actually, I do match their sale. Okay, cool. So that does change. So I guess I don't need to change the ad. Yeah. So whatever their sale is, ours will match it. All right, you're ready to open in 2 minutes here. If you guys don't mind hitting that Twitter and liking and retweeting the post, get some numbers in here. As soon as we get to the numbers, we will have a giveaway. Should be awesome. All right, let's see if we get the door here. No trades yet. No pre-market trades. Nothing yet. I will. So wherever we're opening is where I'm dragging this white line to. Positive resilience will end up being a long at the gap fill. Yellow line is where we were yesterday. Anything losing yellow is really bad. So just to prep you guys for pre-market, what I'm looking at. A kind of bear market setup. I would say that today, the lows, we're not breaking below 579 today. Almost. The market will crash if we do. If we're below 22,651, that's it. Everything else inside of here, hopefully we hold. We'll have to see what liquidity maps say above this. But I know that if we break 651 on NASDAQ, it's falling out. And S&P will be similar, but this is what we want to watch because this is where that closest pivot is. And then inside of here, resilience is going to pivot us through this box, and we'll see if we have liquidity maps nearby. So right out the door, no trades, no anything. 22,579 is A+ setup. Monthly hedge pressure breaks are extremely rare, so if we fall to it, I'm ready to long. That'd be great if we fell. Upper DD band is always the upper target. I don't think we get here today, not with this price action that we've had. See right out the door, positive resilience, half gap. We're starting here. All right, do I want to long this? Not yet. Take a look at this. Res of 78, 68. Kind of flat open here. Could take a long at the open. Probably same bullish setup we had before. Let me put one contract on the table. Just one. Nothing crazy. I don't have any evidence there's a bull market just yet. I'm going to wait to get my liquidity maps here. I get a bull long up hopefully again. I'm scrabbing a dip at the open. It's going to be a 40-point stop if I'm wrong. Wait for our maps to pop up and come through. Take about 30 seconds or so to get the numbers. If this is correct today, same setup as yesterday, I presume. Yeah. Guys, I'm going to smash the like button. We get to 1,000 viewers today. I'll give away 4 direct-to-funded accounts with ETF. Bull long up at SPY. It is the same freaking setup as yesterday. And I don't know why my QQQ numbers aren't showing up. All right, so it's 1A trade setup again, longing at the open. Now I don't have any particular upward target inside of here to play against. We have no red lines, no yellow lines, no nothing. Be very careful here today. As long as the resilience number stays greater than 0, then I've got... Oh my goodness. My drawing tool locks up all the time. Who can't make a freaking drawing tool for a computer here? All right, let me reopen it. I just popped one contract. The open and close is really tight. Where is my freaking drawing tool at? Here it is. All right. Here to here, if res is greater than 0. Which were pretty good there. DD ratio 0.9, nice and clean. S&P bull long up, trade 1A. Anything below here, market sells off. Just like yesterday. It's literally the same setup as the last 4 days, actually. QQQ, same setup here. All right, so basically it's either we long, or sorry, we hold inside the box, or we crash out. Now here's some A+ today. If we crash out, MHP is really strong pivots from below. So I got really strong setups here on A+ down below. So I'd like to see it sell off a little bit. I'll be the first to grab that dip. Perfect. It's not A plus. The box is roughly B, but positive resilience 58 and 64 is possible setup from there. Let me double check the Mag 7 just to see. Guys, don't forget to smash the like button over here. As soon as we get 1,000 viewers and 500 likes, I'm doing 4 funded account giveaways today. MHP break to the upside in Apple. That's really good for a gamma squeeze. Amazon, bullish, Meta, same as SPY. Good, good, good. Tesla fell to MHP, which is good. So watch out Tesla today breaking 320. If it breaks 320, that could cause some unusualness. Everything else is pretty solid and bullish. Bear short down in Google is not bullish, not bearish, but Google has upside to 177. Good. We good. All right, we're good for some run up. Let's see it. All right. Hopefully so. If we do fall, then that's absolutely fine. I'll take my first loss if we do. If I lose the gap fill and we sell out below here, I've got MHP below this, and I'm absolutely happy to see some A plus if we fall. MHP is always A plus bounce. Baby. Ooh, let's make some money today. I had almost a 15K day yesterday. I'm up almost 160K with my Tradeifys. I'm taking payouts little by little with that huge buffer in there. No chance of blowing up. It's been really nice. I'm going to try to get on Tradeify's leaderboard and try to be their, top trader there if I can, as soon as I go live with those guys. I'm very much close to it. Brett Semba sent a tweet my way hinting that I'd go live. He said it's time for live. So I'm checking my email every day for the invite. Hopefully they move me early. That's what I'm hoping to get. It's Friday. We already did amazing this week. Oh yeah. Probably a sit out day. Yeah, if we don't get momentum, it's absolutely fine. There is no real upper target unless we go all the way to DD band. I don't think we get it. As a matter of fact, I do think that today could be a day where we could get some possible falling if the stocks do decide to sell off. Everything's nice and tidy here. Of course, the PCE numbers are probably going to shock Wall Street. And if we do get a big sell-off day, that's absolutely fine. Essentially, I've got a 1 long here, and I'll stop right down in here and then just get out of the way and then long from here. So I got like basically A plus right here. So I'd love to take a loss. I got my 1 contract small trade at the open. Upper targets, we don't have one. There's nothing nearby but DD band, but at least I can probably trade throughout the range. I get the same old. We'll see. 1 contract. My confidence in this is 60%. Nothing crazy. I'm not super bullish confident, but I'm not bearish at all. I'd like for it to sell off. I'd like to take a tiny little loss because those A plus setups, I'd hit them hard, baby. Both S&P and Nasdaq have exactly the same setup. We're going to watch the resilience number here, this white number, make sure it's above 0. It's 30, but remember, flat market's going to be very careful because it can be really choppy. So keep your eyes peeled on that. There is a lot of opening selling pressure and not a lot of opening buying pressure. The sellers are starting to sort of win this a little bit. Apple broke through MHP and is now coming back down. So I'm going to keep an eye on Apple, kind of one of the majors that are moving the index. Hopefully Apple holds. MHP breaks are extremely bullish. So hopefully this goes. For this, I'm going to try to make about $1,000 per account just because that's kind of my limit here for payouts. I can't exactly go like super duper hard. But let's get that little opening range breakout here. We got that opening high, opening low, spanning that liquidity here. 729, 686. Just those of you that have gone through the boot camp, there's your 40 points in NASDAQ, as we always talk about that. It's fine. It's cool to see it in practice. We're just oscillating that 40 points of range. We break out for another 40, be kind of nice. Up to the 760-ish level. I'm just marking the halfway point to see where that is. Woohoo! You guys are watching the stream. Thanks for tuning in. I'm highly regarded as the best trader on YouTube. Nay, the best trader on the planet. No, nay, the best trader in the observable galaxy. Maybe even the universe. You guys are lucky to be here. I'm just kidding. I'm being goofy. But you guys are awesome. Appreciate y'all being here. We're getting our numbers up. We were at 1,000 viewers yesterday. I'm the best Mac heart in the world. There's no Actually, there's a bunch of people with my name too. Did you know there's like a famous playwright named Matt Cowart? Did you know the movie Just Cause with Sean Connery, the book, the lead character's name is Matt Cowart? I didn't know that my name was used out in the world. I thought it was the only one. I thought it was the only one. There's a book when the lead character is my name. He's like a detective or something. It turned into a Sean Connery movie. All right, there's that opening halfway move here. Not that I'm like super duper bullish, but off of my pivot, I did get roughly close to my 40 points. Probably on the next screen, I'll just take some profit just to see what I get. Actually, I can just hold through it. This is a retrace. Let me take profit now and see what happens. Give me some green. Just that first opening range scalp. Again, I hate these type of days like this. I did close out and just take profit. So I'm chilling here for a minute. I want to see if anything develops. Resilience is not getting worse. It's not getting better. Apple did have a monthly hedge pressure possible break, and now it's below. I am going to watch Apple for momentum. This is usually resistance pressure, so I don't want to get caught in a bull trap here. Everything else looks pretty solid. I think every YouTube is self-proclamating. Yeah, that's funny. And there's 20 different me's that sent you a friend request yesterday asking to join a crypto themed Telegram. This is true. And none of them are actually me. Normally I'm just trading like halfway point on the range just to see what we get. I don't think that we sell off today, but I'd love to see us sell off. I can hit some of these A+ setups below. That would be so fantastic. There's no evidence that we're selling, but I do want to make sure some of the stocks are picking up momentum to go with it. Amazon, definitely bullish, but Amazon has A+ setup and monthly hedge pressure. It would be fantastic if today was the day we fell to support and we all hit that A+ setup midday. Ooh, I'll pop a 20K day easily on something like that. Tesla on an IP. So there's not all the stocks are as bullish as we want them to be. Slightly bullish is good to say for some of them, and some of them slightly bearish. So it's kind of a mixed bag again. I'm going to pop up the sector just to check on the rotations. There's not really a lot of rotation today. It's just very much so everybody's mostly bullish in most of the things, which is pretty good. The only real downside right now is real estate gapping down, consumer staples gapping down. Everything else is pretty solid. Tech and communications pretty solid. So I'm not bearish at all. Everything's good. DD ratio 0.9. SPY above MHP, that's good. And of course, monthly maps, double check the 3-month outlook. Forecasting 3 months from here. This is bullish. Dark gray for 3 months is where bull market through September, you guys. Now, interesting to see, those of you looking at monthly maps, is there is a little bit of patterning of bull liquidation and bear strengthening. This is a hint. Careful. This is a hint that there's selling pressure here at the top now this coming week. Next week, bull side weakening, bear side weakening is likely selling pressure. Okay. So today could start that off. Monthly map is giving us a hint. This shift is bearish. Not bearish in general, but bearish for a wave. And your liquidity pocket sort of starts right here, which just shows their support. So basically, worst case scenario, we, make our way back down to here before we continue to rally. A big upside down U-shaped move. It's possible, right? All right, let's double check QQQ. QQQ has the same selling, and QQQ roughly is about the same. So next week or two could be possible selling pressure. I don't plan for it. I don't short against it, but at least I know I could get some dips or some A+. Kind of nice on that. All right. But we know me, with 2 out of 3 of my greater market signals are bearish, bullish. Papa Bear is still a bull. Love being bullish. Guys, don't forget to hit the like button. When we get 500 likes and 1,000 viewers, we will do 4 funded account giveaways. We did 2 yesterday. We'll do 4 today. So do me one favor. One favor. Okay, I want you guys to do me a favor. New rule today. Let's see if we can get this going here. Okay. I'm going to guys do me a favor. We'll do the same little trick we did yesterday. Let's see if we can't do it again. And you guys don't forget, if you guys keep using our code, we can keep doing cool stuff like this. All right. Here's a tweet that I made. I want everybody to do me a favor. Go to this tweet, tag 2 friends, click retweet, and we'll get the numbers up pretty quick. So I tweeted the link to the stream. Just retweet it. Tag 2 people. Get it in here. Like I said, the more we get 1,000 people, we'll start doing more and more accounts. Yesterday, I went and bought 2 Tradeify accounts for you guys. It cost me $700. So I love doing giveaways. I love buying accounts and giving away. That's the kind of fuck you money you guys are looking to have in life, where you're just giving away $1,000 for fun. I'm not buying like 50 supercars to rub your money in your face. You driving? Oh, Spy just hit all-time highs. Nice, nice, nice. Deleted your Twitter when Musk took over? Oh, LOL. Oh, that's cool. You're not missing much. Twitter's somewhat of a cesspool at times. You have like 0 followers, LOL. Just give it engagement score. That'll just be helpful. Just click the like. All right, we're still pushing higher. I don't have any reason to not be long. I don't have any reason to short this either. I just long to retrace. Now, the market could go to all-time highs further. Let's double check how far. Somebody said SPY just tapped all-time highs on SPY. We hit all-time highs in futures not too long ago. But SPY itself, let's double check. Usually that all-time high, you break through it and you travel a little bit higher. And then market always kind of has like that psychological reaction to it. I'd love to see us sell off to my A+ pivot. So yeah, we did fill the gap at all-time highs today. This was it. We did open there actually. It was 612.92 where we open. So that is correct, guys. We have broken through all-time highs at SPY today. That's very fantastic and cool. I am happy to see the market is getting all-time highs. Just like yesterday, we were at all-time highs. That was fantastic. Yeah, if you guys could do me a favor, let's get those numbers up because we're going to do these giveaways. 4 free accounts. That's $2,800. And I just got word from the wire that Tradeify is having technical issues since their website update. So their customer service is a little behind. So if you guys are having issues with Tradeify, it's to be expected. They had something going on with their new system and the new accounts. Some people are not getting, I don't know the exact thing, but he just let me know. Not getting help on new purchased accounts, and like the help desk is backed up a little bit because they had like this widespread issue. What's the relationship between Microsoft, GPT, and Musk exactly? I don't know. Is this is this like a Elon Musk and are you trying to set up a joke? Bill Gates, Elon Musk walk into a bar. What is this? It sounds like a setup for a joke. Oh, you guys are talking about... Oh, I scroll up on. You guys are talking about the difference between all of them. I don't know the difference between all of them. Grok tends to like be very hilariously wrong about stuff. If somebody plays a video clip and you go, Grok, what is this movie? It never gets it right. It's hilarious. Amazing. Thank you, Annie. Amazing stream. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. All right. Just out the door. Nothing too crazy. Just tapped along. close out the halfway point. I'm waiting to see if I can get some good A+ setups. That would be fantastic to get. So I'm not really shorting this. I'm not really longing this from here. I'm just going to wait and see if we get anything good. How is psychology different all-time highs? To you, you shouldn't have any effect on your trading. Most people will try to sell once we breach all-time highs. Usually breaking all-time highs creates selling pressure and then a wave of buying. And I don't ever bet on that because it's just stupid to bet on that because of a psychology thing. But it is a pattern. I still bet that the bull market's bullish because everything is bullish. But people do try to sell off of all-time highs and take profit just as a technical level. And so a lot of times you do get that kind of like single sell-off day that picks right back up the next day. And that's just kind of like why we've had 5 trading days in a row that were BLUs, longing it open. I've taken this trade 5 days in a row. For all those 5 days, it's made me money. And I'm kind of like getting that feeling that maybe I'm over trading. There's no reason to try to sell this. Oh, my buddies are going to see the F1 movie today. I might go to the movies today. Ooh, we're at 500 likes, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We're almost there. Almost there. No big real selling pressure. Resilience is hanging on. I don't really feel like the market's going to do anything crazy. I'm going to trade ES today. Apple is good. Nvidia is good. Kind of. Maybe not. Maybe some selling pressure here. Nvidia pulling back a little bit. This is why I'm not in the long for the long haul. All the tech stocks are kind of all over the place. Microsoft is kind of holding flat. Meta is up, Nvidia is slightly down, Tesla is kind of in the middle of an IP, which is kind of like volatile, not bullish, not bearish. Google is not picking up momentum on hedge pressure. And so what I ideally would like to see is a tiny little pullback here, you guys. And I'm not, like I said, I'm not betting on it. What my ideal, like if you were to give me like a genie lamp and says, Matt, you know, make a wish. I wish that if resilience is less than 0, then we fall through here, and then we make our way to there, and then I long. This is my wish. I wish that we get this. So if I were to like make my ideal trade setup, which would be stock started pulling back just a little bit, tease people with the market sell off, I long it right back up to the box. This is what I wish for. Other than that, it's the same as always. It's just otherwise the current setup is long to the top. I have no reason not to be long. Long it open. And so all I did was I spanned through this range. So this will probably make an attempt for that. I just am like, okay, we're at the psychology of all-time highs. What if people start selling? I don't go in there and try to sell. I don't go in there and try to be like, okay, let me short this and be a numbskull. I'm watching the sector, seeing what we're doing. I already put some numbers on the board here, which is good. I had a 15K day yesterday, which was nice. I am looking to maybe protect my capital today and look for an A+ setup. If RES is less than 0, NASDAQ is kind of still okay. 30 and 40, we're good. Boo, 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 boo. Nice and stable. My wish would be to get an A+ setup for sure. But yeah, everything's bullish out the door. Like long open. That's the trade I made right at the open. Pretty solid, you guys. And normally whenever I have these kind of like trades like this, I don't really have any guide other than upper DD band is it. Just like yesterday. Again, I'm watching the stocks to see if I get any confirmation of momentum here. Nvidia, Apple pressing again to the same place. Apple pushing for a MHP break 2 times in a row. Pretty solid there. Can I explain the Fib 50? That's not a Fib 50. That's just, it's just a ruler. That's all I'm doing is I do this so I can actually mark my chart with numbers. That's all I'm doing. Instead of my eyeballs going over here and like, okay, where's the level? Where are we? Like, I'm like looking left and right. This is just telling me where the high and low is right here. That's it. Michigan numbers at 10 matter. They're the most important numbers of the day. Yes, the Michigan numbers are huge. This is the big catalyst for the day. So that's coming out in just 5 minutes here. That's why I'm kind of on the sidelines. I actually didn't mention that as well. Michigan numbers are here in 5 minutes. So I'm going to sit out. We're going to do another AI songwriting contest pretty soon. So I want you guys to start submitting your songs into the song submission channel in our Discord. Any Rocket Scooter themed song, whether it's metal, whether it's EDM, we're going to have 2 different contests, a metal or rock contest and an EDM hip hop contest. Whichever one wins, we usually give away huge prizes like lifetime and things like that. You guys are welcome to enter that. Yes, is ripping. Right. So what I did was I took my long and then I'm out before the Michigan numbers come out. Now here, basically what this is, it's not a fib. It's just using the fib tool. Fibs are stupid. If anyone uses fibs, God bless you and bless your heart. Fibs don't mean anything. So what I do is I'm just taking a fib tool and then gutting it out. And I'm just showing a point and a point. And I can draw the distance. And very quickly I can see 6201, 6220. I go, aha, that's 20 points. That way I don't have to like look over here. Okay, what's the all-time high? 6220. What's the all-time low? So I'm not having to look at the distance over here. It allows me to see the numbers right on the candles. That's why I'm always like adjusting it. That way I can see, oh, this is a 9-point move. That's what I'm using it for, to measure. It's like a ruler. Yeah. Little upside move to tie the high. Pretty nice, pretty nice. Michigan numbers coming out pretty soon. Looking tidy there. A little bit of short squeeze with that curvature there. Looking really nice. And yeah, that way I can just see the distance of the move. When it gets to be a risk interval, that's all I know. Okay, we span the distance, right? S&P is going to be close to 60 still. So I can say that, this is just a 20-point move of the 60, right? If you get a full RI. It's not, so it's not really a fib number. It's just a the fib tool I use. And I measure the halfway point. So this was nice. If anybody was long all the way up to this tie point here, right before Michigan numbers, you guys crushed it. I took the long halfway the distance and closed out. All right, did you guys make money today? How many people longed to the open with positive res? That's the 5th day in a row I've made that trade. You guys are the best fucking traders I know. Clean and easy, guys. Resilience is never wrong, so everybody tells you. I longed out the door. Now, again, I only traded halfway because I was like, let me get out of the way before the Michigan numbers, 10 minutes ahead, but I missed that last little leg. You guys crushing it there. What's Nasdaq doing? Yep, same thing. All right, Michigan numbers coming out. Let's see what happens here. Now, remember, the numbers were very high. They forecasted the 1-year expectation got as high as 7% 2 months ago, and then the month before it was 7, and then this last month it was a little bit at 6, at 5.5, I think. Wait, they adjusted it to 6. That's not right. This is going to be a big mover because this is forecasting inflation targets for a 1-year and 5-year period. The Fed has already stated the Fed is voting 1 fewer cut this year and 1 fewer cut next year than previous. So 5.1. Okay, that was the. This previous is off. It was not 6.6. It was 5.1. 6.6 was 2 times ago. 5.1 is last time. And the forecast shouldn't be 5.1. That was the previous. Maybe this table's all fucked up. I don't know. But anyways, this is showing that the tariffs immediately have an effect on raising that 2%, 2.7% possible inflation target to where we are now, right? The PCA came out today. We're roughly like 2.5. The Fed is looking for 2% to cut rates for long periods of time. Michigan numbers are stating that the tariffs are estimating about a 5% inflation target 1 year out. The 5-year is even worse than previous, which is expecting only 3% growth, and now it's up to 4%. So it's a whole percent above, which is 33% gain, which is crazy. This is about, this is about 100% gain here. So these are gonna be very important numbers. Listen for the wee woo in a second when the alarm goes off. The market's gonna be kind of pretty crazy. What I do think, if I were to take a guess, and we get like a big poppy green candle that turns around and maybe sells. So the initial knee-jerk response to the Michigan numbers is probably going to pop up straight up. So if I were to take a guess, it's woo, and then maybe go, or maybe break. I think we get exactly this, like maybe 10 or 15 point pop. Nasdaq. Pass another funded next. Let's go. All right, numbers are out. It should be out. Okay, they're not out yet. Here we go. 5%, which is a slight beat on the 5.1 estimate. 4%, slight beat on the 4.1. So Michigan numbers are basically slightly lower than expected. So they came out pretty good. The consumer expectations of 58.1 and 58.4. Consumer sentiment is up. Current conditions is up. So slightly up because the trade war is not getting worse. So there's the pop that I was thinking we'd get. The consumer expectations gotten better and better and better. It was in the 40s earlier in April. It went to 46, 47. Now it's closer to 58. So consumer expectation is good. That's the expectation that we're probably getting. Pop and drop. We'll see what happens here. Nice bull market on this one. I like that, testing that highs there. Nice and clean. Nice and chill. Yeah. So I think what we get this is that this is the launch point. So whatever we do get, we'll probably test this and decide what it wants to do. So nice little U-shaped move on this. I was right about that little bump here. So I think we get that, and then I think we get this, and then from there it's going to decide what it wants to do. If I were long, I would be absolutely on the sidelines from this. I would think that the catalyst, the event response could shift the dynamic of the market. But yeah, if I get this lucky little play here, I wouldn't bet for a big bull breakout for the rest of the day. Finally, the wee woo goes off. Sentiment lifts for the first time in 6 months. University of Michigan sentiment is up for the first time, which is good. We have not seen an upward bump in that in about 6 months. So the question is, are people going to sell the news? I just have this feeling like today's a day I don't want to chase for big breaks. I'm going to wait for A+ setup just in case I can get it. I have a feeling that today might not be the strongest bull up day. But if I miss out, I miss out. I'm okay with it. Right here, we might bump up to 60. So this is good, right? We had this just nastiness due to tariffs, and now things are better. I think people are starting to see Trump has a rational sensibility to him, and he's sort of started lightening up on things. Yeah, there's no real entry point to long or short from here. There's really nothing. Other than upward to DD bands, yeah. I don't like to play into the news, especially at all-time highs and that psychology there. Not that I'm bearish at all this market, but I am kind of just chilling. There's that initial pop. Now, again, this area needs to be tested for it to break out further. So I think we get a sharp red candle in a second, and then it decides where it wants to go. Testing all of this resistance as support. We'll see. Make this a little bigger for... Let's see. Nice clean bull market, you guys. If y'all longed out the door like I did, nice and solid. Y'all crushed it. I got alarms going off right now. Just ran about 20 points here. This is the new support for the day. So I do think we do test this, and then it decides where it goes from here. Keep an eye on this. Resilience just went way up, so the market's pretty solid. So a lot of stocks continue to move in a positive manner here. Yeah, bull market's bullish, man. And that's why we don't try to fade this or try to doubt this, because it's just been such a solid bull market. You guys have been crushing it. 940 viewers today. Thank you guys for being here. Don't forget to smash the like button. We'll be doing a giveaway in just a second. Don't forget, we give away 100 accounts every single month on the stream. If we get to 1,000 viewers concurrently, I'm going to go buy 20 more Tradeifys. It's about a $6,000 expense, but I'll go out there and buy one to give away every single day, straight to funded. We're giving away 4 straight to fundeds today within the hour, if you guys just being here. And of course, you guys can watch my trading journey as I trade. I really appreciate y'all being here as I try to become live funded every single prop firm out there. And of course, win trading contests and all kind of stuff. You guys can watch it. Y'all being here, thank you. Keep using our code. Rocket Scooter does give you the best code out there, the best deal out there, everywhere you go. And today we'll be doing direct to funded, 4 50K direct to funded accounts with ETF. That's such a fantastic gesture. Giving away 4. Their direct to funded is very competitive and very cool. It's straight to funded, no eval. You can DCA. Payout windows are pretty good. You can get $5,000 payouts each time. Kind of nice. I rate the Apex 100K static account. It's absolute garbage. Don't use it. It's not even bad. It's absolute garbage. Apex static account is don't ever buy that. ETFs for the same price is 3 times better. Yeah. What is DCA? You can basically dollar cost average. You can martingale, your market's dipping, you can add to a dip. You're in red in a trade, you can add to your trade. Dollar cost averaging is DCA. You can buy when your position's red, you can add to your red position. A lot of firms don't let you do that. So you have like 2 really strong pivots nearby each other and you want to long at one and long at the other. A lot of firms don't let you do that. You got one free from Tyler yesterday. It's not, I mean, if you got it for free, it's not garbage. I'll explain to you. If it's free, it's definitely worth something. It's hard. The drawdown is so tight. Your first trade needs to be your best trade. With ETF static, you get a $2,000 drawdown. With Apex, you get $625. That's it. You losing $625 is very easy to do in single trade. I wouldn't, but if you got it for free, that's one thing, but I would never go out and buy an Apex static account. Never. There's so many better ones out there that are static. And the gold standard of static is Elite Trader Funding, because their static gives you a $2,000 drawdown, which is, it makes it one of the best accounts that exists in prop firms, period. The value that you get for that drawdown is insane. It's very cheap and it's very fat. But yeah, you gotta be careful with the, I would never get that. I would never get the Apex one. I would get the, if you want static, ETF is the way to go. Yeah. $2,000 static drawdown is unheard of. Most of these firms give you trailing drawdown for $2,000. To have it static is like, I don't know how they make money with that program, to be honest. It's too good to be true. Whatever. Static, yeah, static doesn't change day by day. It's set. You have a buffer in the account from the minute you start. You don't have to build the buffer. That's the best part about static. You got a big fat buffer already, and it doesn't move. End of the day moves once a day. So end of the day drawdown becomes a static, and then moves once a day and becomes a static, etc. Do we continue rallying from here? A little momentum is picking up. Resilience is just very strong. Man, I'm almost like, do I want to jump in on this? I think what I might do is take a long right here on this bounce. Whatever little bounce point I get, I'll probably take a long. I want to see us test that level. There are no pivots to short from either. There's nothing nearby. Dude, that Nasdaq is just ripping straight up the DD band. Look at me being a wuss closing out before the Michigan numbers. Nasdaq's now ran about 120 points. 140 points. Well, there's that red I was looking for. Come on, test the level. I want to see the test. I want us to test this one little spot here. Get in there. When Funded Next ran that 40% promo, was the best. Yeah, that was the best account you can buy. The end of the day drawdown account with Funded Next with no DLL and uncapped payouts, that you couldn't find a better account. Oh yeah. That was a temporary thing, but now Funded Next is doing a direct to funded program coming out July 1st, and I got the scoop on that. We're going to get a 30% off sale right out the door. So nobody has announced that yet, by the way. They have a funded program in CFDs. They have one that's coming out July the 1st, so I'm leaking that information to you guys. July the 1st, Funded Next will have direct to funded, and we'll have the exclusive scoop on that and a 30% off deal the moment they launch. I got the word on that last week. Yeah, uncapped payouts. Now, I don't know if their direct to funded is going to be uncapped payouts, though. Usually direct to funded is not uncapped payouts. That might be a different program. But Funded Next, this whole thing is uncapped payouts. That's their whole business model. So it would probably be rare if their direct to funded program came with that, because you'll bankrupt yourself with an uncapped payout and direct to funded. But if they do, then that direct to funded program is unbeatable, because everyone else will have cap payouts. So we'll see. Right now, Tradeify and ETF are the top tier direct to fundeds, in my opinion. So we'll see how Funded Next competes. There's a lot of firms going this route. It's kind of nice to see the... Ooh. Direct to funded's picking up a whole lot of steam. I've got no trade right now. I took that long out the door and I'm kind of flat. Waiting to see if I can get something better. I don't know. All the stocks are moving. We had a little bit of a bump down on the resilience numbers, but market's still pumping. I do want to see a pullback to kind of this area just so I can see that support inside of here. But there is no pullback. Short squeeze, short squeeze, short squeeze. Looks like those Michigan numbers gave, since they didn't get worse, but there's no big changes in the trade war stuff that I think that it would give anybody any potential fear that this would have gone, they would have gone up anyways, that the consumer expectations would have been bad and the inflation would go up. I don't think any of that was going to happen because, you know, Trump has not made anything kind of worse. And also Europe has announced, you know, lowering their reciprocal tariffs and stuff. So we'll see if we get anything good. I honestly want to see a pullback today to an A+ setup. I've been milking this long trade for 10 to 15K days almost every single day the last 2 weeks, that I've just been waiting for like a nice hedge pressure A+ setup. I'd like to see a day where everybody freaks the fuck out and then I'm the first one longing. So let's get this little, maybe from here to here. I might take a long when we test the Michigan numbers, kind of like launch point, and we'll see what we get. No evidence this market does sell off today, but we'll see what we get. You put a stop loss and got stopped out at the open? Where was your stop loss at? Nasdaq only moved 20 points off the open. It barely wiggled at all. Who are the players driving it up right now? I mean, just basically just regular Wall Street. You've got the big Mag 7 moving. Mag 7, Apple pushing higher. Apple has a monthly hedge pressure break that failed. This is the one thing that brought resilience down for a hot minute. Nvidia's moving. Amazon's moving. Microsoft is moving. Meta's moving. All the players are just sitting strong. And most of it's short covering because you're seeing it's not like it's trending higher. The market is popping higher. That's the difference. When you see the market kind of move in a curved fashion like this is short squeeze. So people are like, cover short, cover short, cover short. Right. I'd like to see this right here. Hope we get a tiny little pullback here. It'd be kind of nice. Arrange everything here to get ready. I made about 3K out the door on that opening move. Nothing too crazy. About maybe like $800, $900 per each of the 3 or 4 accounts. It was wait for 3 accounts, 3 accounts. Let's get that pullback to here. Question is, do I want to jump in at 770? Mischi, what's up, Miguel? You're the best day trading streamer on YouTube. Matt found you via MFFU. You'll be here daily looking to learn about support and resistance, how to draw them, volume market profile. Thanks, man. Appreciate that. I don't disagree with you. I think I'm the best. My mom thinks I'm the best, and I think I'm the best, and Pickle thinks I'm the best. Big scrowing. Yeah, I've been watching that too. A little bit of upside on the VIX. Yeah, we could have a big sell-off day today. It's very possible that volatility is picking up. So, like I said, I feel trap coming because VIX has been trading up since we've opened. Kind of a little upward move. VIX is picking up a little bit of steam. Am I that good that I sniffed out a bull trap? Did I find us a bull trap today? This is just short squeeze, short squeeze, short squeeze. Are we going to fade out? Question is, I kind of just want to, I know I want to entertain you guys by making trades, but I kind of want A+ setups. Like I said, is my genie wish going to come true that we do get the fade to A+? We shall see. Let's get this. I know people are feeling like it's going to sell here. No, let's get the big green candle, pop a second time. Pop a third time, then sell off. It's going to have to fight its way lower because the short squeeze found liquidity up here. Probably stable. Stocks are still okay. So it's not like it's going to dump from here. But yeah. Feels like a trap. I know it does, right? For some reason, my intuition is like, feeling like a trap. So I'm going to sit out and wait. Got it. Convince more people that it's bullish before it does anything. Let's see if I drew that exactly. Let me be a little more specific here. All right. 500 likes. You guys nailed it. Thank you. Almost close to 1,000 viewers. Again, appreciate you guys. We'll be doing the giveaway in exactly 40 minutes. Your mom, my mom and IDOC and Pickle think I'm the best. This is true. This is true. All right. Half gap support, resilience greater than 0, margin buffer limit, we should be good. For whatever reason, that psychological all-time highs, I always feel like triggers a little bit of final short squeeze, because basically what you're squeezing are people that had stop losses at all-time highs. This is why you popped. And again, I'm not calling for a sell-off, but I am not. This is just short squeeze and stop squeeze. I think that I'm not trusting this as a stronger bull rally, but I've been bullish every single day since April the 10th. Something about it makes me want to sit out and wait. I already took my bull trade out the door. So let's test that 815 level in just a second. One more pop here. Let's see how well I drew this. Remember, I drew this as this little flat spot here that pops up really quick to here and then continues to sell. So a little green candle, one more green candle here. Pop it. Will the giveaways be? Need to go out for an appointment? Right at 11. 11-ish. Give or take. As soon as we hit 1,000, I'm going to run it. You made $1,500 while on vacation trading the first hour each day. Let's go. That's what I like to hear. I'd like to long from down in here if I were to take a long, but again, for some reason it just feels weird to me. I don't know why. Look at that. So far, my predicted candle skills are on point. What's up? Oh, thank you. What's up, Pickle?
Want the hot tea or?
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, let it cool off. Open the lip.
You always put the lid like.
I do it wrong. Oh yeah, because you hold on the.
Bruh, you don't. Yeah, like appreciate the tea, but it's like when you put the lid on, I'm gonna have to drink it like this.
Yeah.
Not really appreciate it.
You
Thank
said
you.
you're ambidextrous though.
Yeah, but the angle is like you had the lip like right on the handle. I'd have to like sip it into the actual handle. Thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate you, man. Excuse me.
Yes.
Come on, do the thing.
But I have lipstick on.
What?
I have lipstick on.
Who you going to see, huh? Huh?
Nobody.
Huh?
I'm streaming.
Okay. What's his name? He sounds hideous. All right. All right, bye.
Bye.
Later.
That's the first time you ever asked for my rocket kisses.
I know, because I was just being, I was just, duh. I mean, I love them so much.
Yeah, I'll give it to you later after I eat.
I had 11K viewers yesterday.
Yeah, right?
111K.
Did you tell everybody?
Pick, oh, buddy. Oh, my buddy. Stop biting my face.
I'm gonna lower it.
Okay.
I'm gonna lower it.
Mm.
Yeah, you can see it.
Oh, it's totally fine.
Yeah.
All right. Back to the market.
Come in.
What's her channel? Oh, hold up. How did I do so far on my prediction? Did I draw it right? This is how, look how good we are. Did I draw it right? So far, so good, right? There's her Twitch. I drew chop, 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 pop, 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 back, back down. LOL. LOL. Literally perfect prediction. One more green. And then we wait. Pretty good, right? Now this is just luck, but Jake from State Farm. Oh yeah, that's exactly that commercial. He sounds hideous. Who are you talking to? Yeah, that's the commercial I was quoting. Well, he's a man, so that's funny. Tom. Wait, what happened to Tom? Wait, Tom where? Literally perfect prediction. Oh, prediction. Oh, thanks, Tom. Bum, 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 bum. Very nice, very nice, very nice. Bum, bum, ba, bum, bum. That's actually more accurately like where the bounce point would likely be here. Now the question is, do I want to long from there? That is the $1 million question. That is the question. That is, oh my gosh, we're almost at 1,000 viewers. Jeez, we're still continuing to grow. Can we get 1,000 viewers again for the second time? Do we want the pump song? No, here's the thing. I don't want to pump from here. I want the market to flush from here. I want a market to freak everybody out today. Stay inside of here and then freak everyone out. And then I want to grab the dip tomorrow or Monday. So far, so good with my prediction, right? This is why you guys are here. My magic pencil drawing skills. Not so bad, right? Thank you, thank you. I try. What is that previous resistance of all-time highs on futures? Let's double check really quick. Good, man. We didn't walk into a bull trap here. And again, nothing alerted me that this would be trappy. It was just intuition that we broke through all-time highs. We had a news event. We short squeezed on the end of the news event without all the stocks picking up all the momentum that we wanted to see. 61, 66 and a half is that futures high. Oh, we already broke the futures not too long, very while ago. Okay, so that's a while away. Let me mark that futures pivot. And again, we would certainly stay within today's daily range and the overnight range. I wouldn't say we would sell off or crash or anything. The market's still super duper bullish. But man, I feel super happy if the market does this and my intuition was good. I didn't short it. I didn't do anything. I longed out the door. I closed down, let all the other bulls jump in and chase the top tail of a short squeeze. So there's your level. 613 is about it. So roughly close to today's open, or 8 o'clock start of the day. How'd I do? I literally drew it, dude. Flat, 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 pop, drop. And I had one more pop and drop, but we'll see. So this was basically all-time highs where he blasted off of. We'll see what happens from here. Man, we're good. I love making money. And I love being right. I'm not shorting it, though, because I don't have a short pivot. I'm just waiting. I called that exactly. Thank you. Now, this is the support area. The question is, from here, do we break or do we fall? This is the level that it was like, okay, that's the question. Do we break or fall from here? This is just testing the Michigan numbers area. So the market squeezed on that, and now we're back to start because I'm believing it's a non-event because we came in at expectations. This is why I drew it like this, a non-event. We started here. We popped. We didn't beat expectations. We came in right at par. I mean, the Michigan numbers weren't like a huge, they were good, but we expected to be good. It was already priced in. Look, we expected a 5.1. We came in at 5. We expected a 4.1. We came in at 4. Slightly better beat. We predicted these numbers almost unanimously, except for the current conditions are slightly better. So while the numbers all came out stellar, you want to see these three lower. I'm sorry, these two lower, these three higher. They came at right at par. Because they came right at par, price should be right at par, which is why I proved, or I tried to prove that it's a non-event by showing it returning to where we started. It needs to come exact. If it comes to this number exactly here, let me draw it on here. Now, again, this is a trick for trading events. If I believe that it's a non-event, which I do, then price should return to the starting point. And that's why I drew that. You understand that now? Everyone in chat, today's lesson on events, because it didn't beat expectations or shock the market, it was already priced in. And the fact that we short squeezed out of it means it wasn't a rally on the news. It was just people getting squeezed out of stops. Do we all understand that? Boom, 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 boom. So because I saw the movement is not rallying quick, it was sporadic. It was short squeezing. Short squeezing, you'll know the difference is because a short squeeze moves like this, whereas a long catalyst moves like that. Hopefully that makes sense, you guys. You guys follow what I'm saying? You guys smell what I'm stepping in? So, took my 7-year-old to go see the Minecraft movie. That's the one thing I got out of it, was when he was like, "You just smell what I'm stepping in." So this is returning where we started. It's a non-event. Now it's no longer the propagation of this. Pretty cool, right? So the reason I drew everything was because of it being a non-event. I love being so good at my job. How do I know there's going to be an event? Well, 9 o'clock was the Michigan numbers, right? And so the Michigan numbers are supposed to show the inflation expectations. Nothing has changed since April 10th. So they shouldn't come in as a drastic differing view. Trump hasn't changed much. As a matter of fact, they got a little lighter with the European announcement this week. So there's not any additional inflation mechanics to make it go crazy. We didn't come through beating expectations. Anytime there's a news event, guys, look, this is how this works. Anytime there's a news event in markets, somebody says the Fed is going to cut rates 25 basis points. Market already prices in the guess. It's already rallied into it. But the fact when it pops on the news, very often people will sell off of that news because these are the dumb buyers. The smart buyers predicted that was the case, and then market prices it in. It's called efficient market hypothesis. All available information is priced in. So with that being said, if the news comes in as a wash, meaning that it comes in expected, then price is a wash. This is where we priced in leading into the event. This is where we tapped after the event. Anytime you return to the starting place, the Michigan numbers are no longer a catalyst. It's called a non-event, okay? So if the market were to sell off today, if the market were to rally from here, people can say, aha, we rallied on the Michigan numbers. Well, no, we didn't, right? The Michigan numbers we would have rallied on Michigan numbers had we never come back to the same spot. The fact that we returned to the starting point means that it's no longer an event. It's a non-event. It was priced in. That's what that means. We had a reaction and we're back to where we started. It means we priced it in. Of course we priced it in. That was the expectation. So because the numbers didn't come off much further from the expectation, Papa Bear comes in and draws this, which was on point with what we saw. Pretty nice, right? Gonna learn something here every day. A non-event, you can just forecast what it's gonna do. And I'm betting that it's a non-event. Looks like I was right. Wish I was betting on it, but there's no real short setup from there. I'm just avoiding the long at the top, like schmuck. How did I predict the path, you guys, you might ask? Well, that's just more like guessing and testing. I think that I finally saw the short squeeze exhausting, which was really big arching this way, like curvature candles with low volume. This wasn't high volume. This one was, but this was low volume. This is clear short squeeze exhaustion. Then all I did was draw us retracing half the distance, chilling, squeezing one more time, half of half, which is where that came from. So like a fractal sort of thing. So we went up here, retrace half of the half. That's what this, and this, right? Pretty cool, right? Just algorithmic chasing around price. So yeah, that's why you guys watch us. We're so trading from the future. This is it, man. My charts go backwards in time. You know, that's how good our charts are. My indicators come from the future. So there you go. So why did okay, so guys, why is it a non-event? Because we returned to the price it was before we started. Doesn't mean we're bearish from here, but it means that we are now at equilibrium with the event. Now we're back to where we should have started. Forget the overshoot of the event. Now we're back to par. Whatever you feel like you are that from here. If you are a bull, this is the bull entry point for the rest of the day. The slow rally from here. If you are a bear, then you really don't have any kind of setup here. So this is that turnaround point where I drew where I think we're going to go from here. Now, if you were to ask me what I think, we're still bullish. So I wouldn't be like trying to short this, but I think this is probably the launch point of a second bull wave. Let me double check the stocks and see what they're doing. Guys, we are almost at, oh my God, we're almost at 1,000 viewers again. Okay, you guys do me a favor. I'm going to make a promise to you guys. I'm going to go out there and buy an extra Tradeify straight to funded account for you guys every time we get to 1,000 viewers. But today's ETF day. So I'm not going to overshadow the 4 ETF direct to fundeds we're giving away with the Tradeify. But I owe you guys an extra one on Monday. I don't know, unless the guys at ETF want to bless us with one extra account. That'd be kind of cool. I have Kaizen's in here. But 1,000 viewers is such a huge milestone for this channel. I'm like Biff Tannen, Back to the Future 2. I've got the almanac, okay? I got the sports almanac here. Maybe they'll love us enough to toss out one extra. We've gotten the stream so big. And while we're waiting for here, let me give you guys some details on the direct to funded program there before we do the giveaway. Now, again, I must remind you guys, you know, just in FTC law and regulations, I always must disclose if it's a paid endorsement or not. If people aren't doing that, they're breaking the law, by the way. I'm not paid endorsement. I'm just a standard affiliate. They're not paying me to say this. They're not giving me a check or money to say this. This is all personal opinion. I only work with firms that I like, or I only take paychecks from firms that I like. So I'm not on the payroll of the ETF. People have asked that. Are they paying you to say this? Absolutely not. I actually genuinely like their program. I also really like their program because 3 of the people that work for ETF used to work for me. That's what I like about the company, is because I like the people there. Or no, they came from our community. One of them used to be my community manager before Slacks became the community manager. He's now the community manager over there. And then a couple of their mods and folks did come out of our community as well. That's how they all met. So you get a little bit of like that rocket scooter integrity with the folks that work over there. Good peeps, family members from here. Yeah, Zag. You guys remember Zag? Jason. Now here's why he left. Because I wasn't paying him. At the time we were small and we couldn't afford his all volunteer mods. So Jason told me, he's like, hey, I got a job, an actual job with people. Will you be mad? I was like, go. If someone's paying you, go. Like, go get paid. Like, we don't have the money right now to pay everybody. The mods are all volunteers. So that's kind of what it was. That's when we started back in the day. I was like, I've been praying that somebody pays you guys. And now we're huge. Now Rocket Scooter's a massive company now. So now we hire all of our mods and stuff now. But back in the day, we were still small. Early days. All right, what's the directed funded program here? Let me get back on the showing you guys the futures chart here. Like I said, I'm not, like this is that bounce point. I'm not shorting, not longing, nothing. But this is what I drew. This was the standstill. This is where you pick the long or short. I don't know, you guys, on a scale of 1 to 10, how well did I literally draw this exact thing? I just want to know if you guys, if my spidey senses are right from this moment in time. Did I like do this right or what? Was this good? You can work for who? Is that 11 out of 10? Yeah, so like this was the bounce point, the break point. I got pretty lucky on that, right? It's just that kind of like harmonic, not harmonic, that sort of like fractal-ish sort of thing where the market is just searching for liquidity. I don't think we're bearish and selling off. Resiliences was nice and we're nice and tidy. Stocks are still hanging in there. Did you buy it? Did you buy at the opening point? You guys are so good. I haven't done anything since the open, so. I mean, since that opening move, so I'm just chilling. Okay. All right, let me give you guys some more example of with the DCF. So basically what direct to funded is, I'm going to do the giveaway in about 20 minutes. So you guys do me a favor. Y'all can do me one more favor here. Everyone go to this Twitter, and as soon as we get to 1,000, let's trigger it. So I want to see 1,000 viewers again one more time. Don't forget to sub to the channel, you guys. There's the Twitter post. If you can go comment below it, tag some friends or reshare it, that'll help get it out. And then as soon as we hit 1,000, I'll spin the wheel. We are like 20 people away. All right. So direct to funded, right? Direct to funded is a program that skips evals. If you guys want to know the 3 different flavors of evals, you're going to have static drawdown, or actually 4. So your evals will come in 4 flavors: static, in trailing drawdown, end of the day drawdown, and then straight to funded, which is like this kind of hybrid over here. Make it separate. Okay, so everybody knows the difference between all of them. Trailing drawdown, your best example of that's your Apex account. Apex is just like when you're making money, your drawdown's trailing with you. So even if you're making money on the trade and you draw down, you can still lose your account even though you won the trade. That's why trailing drawdown's the craziest one out there. Hardest one to pass. Static, ETF has a good static, but static is a static drawdown. It never changes. You have a buffer right out the door of your drawdown amount. Static is the best of all of them. However, it's usually the most expensive because of that. Harder, cheaper, easier, more expensive. That's just the name of any kind of game. End of the day drawdown is a hybrid between the two. It trails with you, but only once a day. So end of the day drawdown trails once, then it's a static throughout the day. Trails once, static throughout the day. It's like a stair step. End of the day, if you guys are actually out there trading seriously, is probably the best option for most everybody if you can, because it's the best of both worlds and usually has easier rules, and it's cheaper than static. You want to spend a little bit of money, go with static. Not too many people have good static programs. That's the thing. It's rare you see them. ETF is the only one that has a good one. End of the day is like my funded futures, right? The expert account, really good. ETF has one, of course. FundedX has one. Tradeify has one. I would recommend Tradeify's. End of the day, it's probably ranked 4th or 5th on the list. Everyone else is better. Straight to funded, Tradeify, and ETF are the 2 top that I recommend. There's not many direct to funded programs out there, but direct to funded is usually one of these 3. But the better part is that you skip the eval. Okay, so I think wherever you go, they're always going to be end of the day drawdown accounts for the most part. And they're going to be skipping the eval. So direct to funded means you just skip the eval phase. You are funded from day one. My stream, all I trade is direct to funded accounts. That's it. I have direct to funded Tradeify. I have 5 of them I've been trading ever since. And then ETF, I can't do the direct to funded. Well, actually, I guess I could if I wanted to, because I'm live with ETFs. So they now have a rehab program that once you go live, you can continue to trade their funded accounts. Let me say their eval accounts, which is different, right? You remember Top Step, whenever you went to live, you couldn't trade your XFAs anymore. It was a big deal. Top Step went in that direction. Everybody was pissed. ETF went the other direction. Once you go live, you can still trade in their eval stuff. So they're starting to like really push these cooler rules out there that is really starting to give them a lot of notice. And that's why I really am starting to like endorse them. Again, they're not paying me to say any of this. I don't get anything out of this. Just a normal affiliate. And what I like is that the idea is that when I'm always watching firms that are doing the right thing, they're really sneaking up in there and starting to make some of the best rules in the game. So Tradeify direct to funded is not monthly. It's a one-time payment. Yeah. Upper DD band is 22,886 on NASDAQ. Okay. So basically what you do is you trade for, and then we're doing 50K giveaway right now. So we're giving these away. 4 of these, you trade straight out the door, and 15 active trading days, you get a $5,000 payout. That's typical of a direct to funded, and what makes it different. Normally an eval account, well, you'll have to like trade a bunch of days and then go funded and then trade a bunch of days and get paid out. So direct to funded is going to kind of like piece it all together, and it's just a longer path because it's counting for the eval time and the funded time. So don't let the 10 days or 15 days that you'll see kind of like, you know, be like, oh, that sucks, I have to wait 15 days for payout. That's what you normally do anyways. And normally you'll trade 5 days or something in a eval, then blow up, then 5 days and blow up, then go fund it, then make money. You're already in it for 10 or 15 days anyways. So what they do is you just trade all that time while in the same account without the eval side of things. You're making your payout towards your payout account from day one, which is great. It sucks to trade for 5 days as an eval, then it all goes away and it doesn't even count to start all over. This is the better of those worlds, is because whatever you make from day one counts towards your payout, which is good. So direct to funded is really awesome for those reasons. They have $5,000 payouts every 15 days on these 50-day accounts, which is great. You can make 10K a month in this account. And that's really what you want to see. They have a consistency rule, which basically means your biggest trade. Find it really quick. Hold on, let me find it really quick. It's like 60 something percent. Your biggest trade has to be for the 50K account, every active trading day. So for one of those 15 trading days to actually count, every day has to be a profit equal to 62% of your best trading day. So you happen to make like a $1,000 profit on the first day, then every other day you need to make at least 620 or better for it to count. So basically all you need to do is scale up your account as you're winning to make that rule happen, or just make consistent profits, which is what most people will tell you to do. You don't want to really kind of like trade in a mode of, you know, most of these prop firms, you try to like, oh, let me make like 5,000 really quick and then just flip the account, open and close really quick to count the days. ETF has this consistency rule, which makes sure that for the actual day to count, you need to make at least 62% of your best day, which is absolutely fine. So if you have a big blowout day, they don't punish you for it. You just need to continue to have big days going forward. They don't move the profit target further like Tradeify does if you go over consistency on Tradeify, which is an at most consistency. So you have 2 different consistency rules out there. ETF kind of invented the second one. Tradeify has an at most consistency, meaning that theirs is 20% at most. That's not the same as an at least. Let me explain the difference. At most, meaning that your biggest trade can't be more than 20% of your total. So Tradeify, if you go over 20%, they make you have to trade even further. They make your balance, your whatever target balance, go further out. So you have to trade more into the account. At least means if you trade too small, it doesn't count. So the at most is if you trade too big, they make you trade longer. The ETFs rule, the at least, means if you trade too small, it doesn't count. So they're both accomplishing the same thing. They both make you trade more days if you don't meet the criteria. It just depends on what you like to do. If you're a consistent trader like me, or you like to scale your account, just make bigger trades every day that you grow, go bigger and bigger and bigger. You'll always pass the 62% rule easily. So maintaining the same consistency, you should be fine. If you use the same contract size, you'll get over this rule easily. So if I'm trading one contract every day, my P&L is roughly the same amount every day. That's all you have to do to pass this. Don't even think too hard about it. Don't trade 5 contracts one day and 1 the next day. Trade 2 every day, and you'll naturally pass that rule without having to think about it. So that's basically how it works. All right. And you won one of the DCF giveaways in your 5 straight 300 profit days. There you go. Very cool. So yeah, so it's an actual consistency rule. Anyways, just highlighting it. And I like the idea that you can do, you know, you can DCA and you can micro scalp and all this other stuff. They have very like lax rules on it. And that's basically it. You just need to count the number of trading days and meet the consistency. It's that simple. There's not a lot of extra rules there. Anyways, we'll be giving away 4 of those in a little bit. And if we get to 1,000 viewers, I'll toss in 1 more on Monday. ETF stands for Elite Trader Funding. And again, like I said, I'm not being paid to say that. I'm not getting a paycheck from them. They graciously donate a bunch of stream accounts to the stream. And so with the amount of prop firms that message me every day to work with them, it's insane. I chose to work with 7 prop firms total. And you see them on the screen, and the one that's not on the screen is Futures Desk. They're the newer ones. Before I put them at the top, I'm still kind of giving them some time. But basically, I only work with the ones up here. And Apex is kind of like losing. I'm kind of like thinking about replacing Apex. Might keep my code active, but I only work with the best of the best for you guys. After talking all this, you think it's a good time for a giveaway? Chenzo, you're right. Adrian, what's up, bud? Too many traders change up their lot size. Yeah, that's how you bust your consistency, changing up your lot size. If you keep your lot size the same, you either make 40 points, lose 40 points in NASDAQ, whatever you end up choosing to do, you'll naturally be consistent. Just keep your lot size the same. You know what I mean? And directive fundeds are my favorite because I hate doing all this work in an eval and then it just vaporizing like it didn't even matter. All right. How do you enter the giveaway? You just got to be here. We'll do it in about 10-15 minutes. You should go ahead and get a payout with Futures Desk. Maybe I should do that next, just for funsies, just to go out there and do a payout with Futures Desk just to see if, you know, because I like to go out there and trade these ones and get payouts before I recommend it to people because I want to make sure I'm the guinea pig first. Maybe I should give their, once I get my Tradeify live, maybe I'll go to Futures Desk and try to check out their program and pass it. How many prop firms are profitable when they want you to be profitable? Well, I mean, Simon, it's a casino model, right? Prop firms don't actually want you to be profitable. This is the thing. They want you to be profitable when they sponsor you for live, yes. But in the eval stage, they don't want you to be profitable. Clearly, it's like a casino. And there's no hiding that. You guys are too smart to understand that. Oof. Yeah, I'm flat, guys. I'm not doing anything. I made my money today and I'm chill. So I'm going to wait and see if I can get A+ setups below. I have no long on the game, no short on the game, nothing. I was pretty smart to sit down on this. I took my long out the door and I closed down. I'm waiting. I'm waiting for A+. If we dip a little lower, I'm going to grab it. Down here at the bottom, resilience is kind of nosediving on NASDAQ. Like I said, we had a flat, choppy day. So resilience is going to be a little choppy here. Not necessarily selling off or crashing, but I do have A+ setups all down in here. I'd love to see them. God, we were so... Dude, we like nailed this, didn't we? This was so... God, we were so good at this today. That was my... And I'm going to... This is exactly what I... Let's make it to scale. That's exactly what I drew. Well... Make it a little bit more to scale. Like that. Drop to the start. There. All right. So we're still back to where we started. And now this is the pivot point, bearable from here. They have to pretend they want you to make money. No, they don't have to pretend anything. You guys will buy evals because you're a bunch of gambling, trading degenerates. They don't even have to market it. Incredible prediction. Tweet that. No, but seriously though, I mean, in the prop firm world, they want to find profitable traders because then they sponsor you to go live. When you go live, you make them money. That's really what a prop firm wants you to do. They want you to prove yourself and be live. They don't want to squeeze people out. They have to squeeze people out to make money. It's not like they want to. They'd rather find amazing traders to sponsor that the traders make money for the firm. So, but there's no hiding the fact that prop firms are casinos. I mean, they have to squeeze people out to keep the game going for everybody. That's just part of the business. Has the giveaway happened? No, not yet. We're waiting for 1,000 people to decide if I give away one extra or not. We're almost there. Everybody, do me a favor. Almost at 1,000. Go retweet this. Almost at 1,000. Help me out here. We'll get to 1,000. We'll spin the wheel. It's so cool. You guys have been supporting the stream so much. We've been growing so freaking fast. I really love every one of y'all. Bum, 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 bum. What are the different colors in the resilience indicator mean? Did you come to the boot camp yesterday? They're different. They're tiebreakers at different pivots. So the way that it works is that whenever the S&P is at this dashed line, then I eyeball the white line to see above or below 0. If the white line is above 0, then this is support when we're there. So it basically tells you what the pivot is. If I were to write some words under the pivot, support or resistance, resilience will tell me if it's support or resistance. So for an example, right now, this white line is the support resistance flag there. The blue line is a support resistance flag here. The orange line is a support resistance flag here. So if I were to piece it all together for SPY, right now, this is support, and this is support. That's all it is. It's just telling you at those levels, the tiebreaker. If for some reason this orange line goes down here, then this is no longer support. It's seen as a resistance if we hit it. So if the market falls to it, it's less likely to support and more likely to break. So they're tiebreakers at each one of these levels. And that's all that they are. So each color is looking at a different stack of accounts, or sorry, stack of indicators in the basket. So an example is the S&P resilience here is all 500 companies at their half gap. The blue is all 500 companies at hedge pressure. The orange is all 500 companies at monthly hedge. That's all it is. Do, 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 do. Question is, do we support from here and rally? What do y'all think? That's the $1 million question here. We are almost at 1,000 viewers, guys. Don't forget to smash that like button, friends. And also, we're doing a giveaway for our song submission contest. We're going to launch this. We're going to do it in probably 2 or 3 weeks. If you guys write AI music, rocket scooter themed music, we're doing another music writing competition. We did it last time. All the theme songs are created by members of the community. We need intro song, exit song, giveaway song. Be creative with whatever kind of songs you can think of. Just be creative. Hip hop, EDM, rock, metal, doesn't matter. I like it all. Submit them into the song submission channel. All right, you guys, y'all ready for the giveaway? We're getting there. We're getting there. Getting close to 1,000. And we do giveaways every day on the stream, you guys. And at 11:30 Central, when I go over to My Funded TV, I'm the host of the My Funded Lunch Money with Matt hour on My Funded TV. We give away 20 to 50 accounts on that hour. You guys should not be there. For whatever reason, you guys are not there. I want to see 1,000 people in that stream because they give away like 50 accounts sometimes. Every hour, they do massive amounts of giveaways from My Funded Futures. Music making website or apps? Yeah, Suno. That's what most people use. Right there, I type in chat. What's up, Cheyenne? Hello, hello. All right. A little top chop here. My thought is, do we actually rally from here? I'm gonna look at NASDAQ really quick. That was actually the level on NASDAQ, that support level here. Is market turning on us? It's possible. The NASDAQ resilience is starting to deteriorate. It's still above zero, so it's not necessarily bearish. It's still supporting. So basically, it still shows there's support right there at the open. So we probably will interact with today's open price, but I do think we're probably going to sell off a little bit. I avoided this bull trap like the plague. Dude, I'm fucking green across the board. I can't be happier than know that I was so smart to not get into this. Money, guys. We're almost at 1,000 viewers. Woo! Woo! We're getting close. You guys know the drill. We're doing 50,000, which is the best one they have, direct to funded ETF accounts. You guys can start spamming ETF in chat if you want to, because that is the giveaway. We're getting close. We are like 7 people away. ETF, 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 ETF. 4 funded accounts. You get 4 of you will become a funded trader immediately because of our stream. How do you guys like that? I go out there, we use our code. I don't go out there and buy fucking supercars and shit for myself, Rolex for myself to show off. I take the affiliate money I make and I buy accounts for you guys with it. Y'all ready for this? Y'all ready for this? Hit that in there. Hit that name in there. ETF, ETF, ETF. I got the gun ready. Thousand viewers. Winner number 1. Winner number 1, you are now a funded trader with Elite Trader funding. Jesus Salva. Gotta type something in chat to claim your prize, sir. All right. Number 2. Woo! I'll tell you guys how to claim your prize in just a little bit. Winner number 2. Peter K. 50K funded with lead share funding. Type something in chat. Nice job, nice job, nice job. One more time. Woo! Peter, type something. Peter, type something in chat. Thousand viewers celebration. Peter number 2. Winner number 3. And because I have 1,000 on Monday, an extra straight to fun with Trade to Five I'm gonna give to you guys on Monday because we get 1,000 viewers again. Every single day, 1,000 viewers. Mom beep. Winner number 3. Type something in chat. Look how much money I've made trading this week. Look at all these authentic fake dollars. They're genuinely fake. They're authentically fake. I've got hundreds of these. Hundreds of dollars. Look at all this. I'm like your average YouTube streamer. Yo, check out these fat stacks of dollars. Check out my Rolex. Check out my Rolex. Look at this. Fabe number 2. Check out my Rolex, guys. See this? Authentic Benjis.
From the bottom, now we analyzing trends. Wrist tight, stop loss, never break, never bend. Candles talking
Bobby.
to me, I don't need new friends. Rocket scooter running plays, we ain't here to pretend.
We have a giveaway for Lifetime at the end of this month. So on the last day of the month, which is going to be Monday, we're doing our Lifetime giveaway. For those of you that have spent $1,000 with prop firms using our code, you can enter for Lifetime Rocket Scooter. All you have to do is to spend $1,000 last month, so June, with our partners, and we'll do Lifetime giveaway for that. Also do song submissions for the song submission contest we're having. That fire in my eyes, baby. Okay, welcome everybody to the stream. All right, hang tight. I'm gonna tell you guys we do surprise giveaways. I'm hinting, don't leave. We got another one coming up, so do not leave. We're gonna do something in about 10 or 15 more minutes, so don't leave. Congrats to the 4 winners here of the ETF direct to funded. Now we have surprise. I'm hinting, don't leave. Our ETF is over, guys. Thanks for tuning in, or thanks for entering that contest. We'll be doing something else in just a little bit, so don't go anywhere. Surprise in 10 minutes. Still waiting. No trades, no push, nothing yet. Dude, I love this song so much. Yo, there are so many streamers out there copying my formula now. It's so crazy. Somebody told me yesterday that, there's a streamer that's been copying everything I'm doing, copying my keywords, copying everything. No way to figure that out. Copying my intro, same font, same everything. Now copying the songwriting contest. I guess when you got a winning formula, everybody wants to copy what you're doing. That's all right. You know what you can't copy? Being a winning fucking trader. That's the big difference. We're doing another giveaway in just a little bit. Hang tight. Can't copy my win rate. That's the difference. That's all right. There's a million unoriginal people on this planet. There'll always be a step behind. Can you still buy the bootcamp? Yes, you can. Probably watch my entries too. You know what they don't have? They don't have the Cobra Kai headband. But I'm like, I don't even, you know what I mean? What do you got to say? Invitations to serious form of flattery, but that's okay. I honestly, I would copy me too, because, you know. All right, we'll do one more giveaway in a little bit. If we keep the 1,000 viewers, but I don't know if people are still sticking around for that. They're leaving. That's okay. If we can still keep the 1,000 viewers, we'll do one more big giveaway. Big giveaway. So hang in here. 10 more minutes. God, I love that song. It's so good. You know what I'm saying? Copying. Somebody said the intro video copies yours. The whole look of it. With the same font and everything. Like my, you know, changing the game for traders. The darkness with the little tiny window on the left side. I mean, they literally plagiarized the entire look of it. It's exactly the same with the same font, everything. And then on their stream, they have a song that says, hit the like button, yeah, you know, yeah, kind of thing. I'm not giving you guys names, but as far as it goes, like I said, I'd copy me too. All right, it's bad luck to have money on the floor. I gotta pick it up. All right. There's a million paper traders out there trying to build a stream. So more power to them. They don't have fat stacks of fake $100 bills like I do. This is reserved for the best traders in the world. You knew I was Asian because it's bad luck to have money on the floor. That's right. That's correct. Very superstitious in Vietnamese culture to have money on the floor, even fake money on the floor. Can't have it. I've learned from my adoptive family a lot of traditions. Don't disrespect your money. Don't disrespect your fake money. So every time I shoot the gun, IDOT comes in here and like starts picking up off the floor. It's hilarious. He's like, you can't have money on the floor. Prolonging universe to play, sincerest form of flattery. Success leaves clues. Yeah, pretty much. But like I care about some small time paper trading streamer. Does a copycat have a dog too? I wouldn't be surprised. If they wear sunglasses and goofy hats, money gun. I'm sure they'll probably copy the whole shtick. For everyone walking about the boot camp, you can watch an older version on the website. Yeah, so the recorded videos are on the website. Yeah, you don't have to be live to watch the boot camp stuff. You can't duplicate the pickle. No, you can't. You really can't. He's one of a kind. All right, so for the rest of the day, do we get a nice little bull run today? I haven't done anything since that opening move. I'm just sitting here chilling. They have a dog name. If they had a dog named Cucumber, Got a pickle. There's a million prop firms out there, and there's a million kids trying to make a buck off a prop firm. It's part of the new social media days. All right. So it looks like off of this opening range, it is starting to take some support here. All right, let's see. My development team just sent me an update. Let's see what they're doing. Remember, oh, sorry. Winners of the contest. I forgot to let you guys know. Go to our Discord. You got to post in the contest channel or message Slacks our admin. He'll be in that contest channel as well. Just look for him, send him a message. Take a screenshot of your YouTube ID. And send it to him, and he will give you your contest account, the one that you won. Just send him a message, he'll hook you up. What would I want to see to go long? I need a strong pivot, that's it. This is no strong pivot here. This is just sort of like weak pivot. I've got nothing too long off of. This is just playing that same range from earlier today. In all honesty, if you really want my opinion, I just think that the market is sort of oscillating flat, and I do think that we end up down here today. So I'm not chasing this long. I'm a little smart for that. Even though resilience is really nice and positive, I keep eyeballing all the stocks, and while some of them are moving, some of them are not. Nvidia up, Apple down, Apple rejecting monthly head tracer, Amazon down, Microsoft down, Meta down. It popped and it's dropping. Tesla pop and drop. We're not getting momentum on these stocks, and I think we just had a short squeeze in the close yesterday, and then we're just rallying up into that today. Same thing, further short squeeze. I do think, again, this is just my spidey senses, that I do feel that this might actually start to pull back today. No reason other than all the Mag 7 are pulling back. And then we already pressed all-time high, so it might be a psychological low. It doesn't mean I'm shorting on such a weak assumption. It just means I don't feel the momentum. Now, something that's longing from here will have to build up pressure to continue to long. It's not going to be a straight run rally. So if we're rallying, it's got to have to build up some support to keep going. And that's why I'm kind of like, let me avoid it from here. I already made money out the door, so I'm kind of see what's going to happen. It doesn't feel like the rest of the days, especially with the resilience chopping around because of the flat open. If the market's bullish today, it's going to have to like move in waves. So it's not going to move straight up. So I would not subscribe to the idea the market just does this without an event. If it goes up, it has to sort of like, you know, work its way higher, slower and slower and slower, and then go. I really feel just, I don't know what it is. It's a feeling that the market doesn't feel super bullish because all the stocks are coming down. So because of that, I'm going to avoid. I don't have evidence that everything's selling off yet, but some of the Mag 7 are selling off. And so we're kind of like waiting to see what happens here with the index. Nvidia has almost doubled since April. Yeah, just for a single day, man. I would love to see us hit the A+ setups down here at the bottom though, more than anything. So because we're in no man's land, you guys will see me sit out a lot. This is what I always tell you. I always strategic avoidance is like one of my favorite strategies in trading. Strategic avoidance is how I avoid the market when I don't need to be trading. Right here, since I made my long from here to there, I basically cut out right for the Michigan numbers. That's it. And then the market is at the same place 2 hours later. This is what good trading is all about. You can make a slightly fatter AI version of me to be the host of the midday trading with Matt. Do it. I want to see it. I want to see what fat Matt looks like. I want to see it. Why does NQ1 and NQU pricing different on HTF? I don't know why NQ. I don't know what NQ. You're talking about the U25 and NQ1. They shouldn't be different. Unless NQ1 hasn't rolled into the proper contract. NQ1 should be the U contract because that's the front month, but waiting is about trading and winning. Oh yeah. Win not to trade makes more money each move. Yep. All right, I'm going to go to the restroom really quick. Hang tight. The backward adjust settings probably, yeah, if you're doing Trading view. You might have to change that. So I'll be right back. All right, we're back. What's the balloon for? We hit 1,000 viewers yesterday and today. 2 days in a row. 1,000 viewer celebration. Looks like we're starting to build up that bullishness again. Was thinking we would get some kind of actionable pivots here, but nothing really. S&P is continuing to move higher, consolidating at this high. Feels like we're probably going to get that little burp up after all. Doesn't feel like we're going to get any kind of sell-off here today. Nasdaq picking up a little bit more momentum on that squeeze. Market's a little bit of selling that we're seeing. Like I said, if it's going to work higher, it's got to work its way higher. All right. Hate not having like good, strong, actionable pivots to play on, but it is what it is. Matt forgot to get in a trade before I left. LOL. Yeah, I probably made 2K if I would have long there. Just waiting for something good. Does the bootcamp include the indicators? No, you have to actually buy the platform to use the indicators. So, unfortunately. You've missed 2 long runs in the last 2 days by 3 points and market has ripped 200 plus. This is character building. Character building lessons in patience. Yeah, yeah. God, it would just be so nice to see the market hit A pluses down in here. I would like love that more than anything, to be honest. Ooh, baby. So to celebrate, well, looks like 1,000 people didn't stay. Okay, well, we're gonna do an extra giveaway on Monday. Hold on a second. Hold on. I'm so bad at answering my message, man. Oh, in the chat. Did you... AJ, what's up, dude? Oh, okay, okay. Is that you? Hold on. Hey, text me in chat. Is that you? I mean, text me. All right, hold up. All right, cool. Let me mod you so I can see your name pop up. Dude, now I'm streaming like 9 hours a day. I'm so bad at seeing my phone and answering my phone and just in general. I have unread messages from like a month ago from my friends, Instagram messages. I've got all these things I haven't even opened yet. Usually on the weekends, I'll pick up my phone, I'll lay there and I'll sit there and like try to read shit and catch up with life. Nice consolidating market here. Question is, do we break? Do we fall? This is usually a nice kind of bullish consolidation pattern, so we should be all right. I don't think we sell off from here, but I'd like to see a lower low. Trade from. Good Apple, yeah. Apple monthly hedge pressure resists down to blue. So blue is usually support in this type of setup. So yeah, that's basically it. S&P still hanging tight to that same high area. Let me open up my Thinkorswim chart here. There's no evidence of buying or selling either way. The market is kind of like half the things are up, half the things are down. I'm sort of on the fence here with which direction it's going to go. I don't have a good feel for it, so you're going to ask me to pick a direction I would pick up. I just don't have a strong pivot to long off of. This just supported like halfway of that move and then started pushing higher again. Bum, 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 bum. As long as IDOC feeds me, I'll make it. Yeah, LOL. We go back. Yeah, bro. We go back like, yeah, 4+ years for sure. Back in the day. EJ's my boy. You guys know the architect on Twitter. And we used to do in the golden age of Twitter Spaces, man. We were like hot shit back in the day when Twitter Spaces were the thing in 2021. When everyone on FitTwit was dying to get on to like Wolf Financial Spaces and all that. Everyone was like, give me on your space, give me on your space. And then everyone was doing spaces because he's the only one that had access when the spaces were beta. So not everyone could do spaces. And lucky Gav got access to the beta. So he monopolized that and was hosting the financial Twitter Spaces. And they got like a 6-month head start on just being like the only financial space in town. So A Stocks and me and a couple other people, AJ, we were all on that panel of speakers for like that whole first year almost. Dude, I was doing like 10 to 15 spaces a week sometimes. With Stock Talk Weekly and Stock Market News and Wolf Financial, the whole crew, Jordan. Back in the day. And then now spaces became like everyone's doing it now, so it's like less of a popular thing. But for like that first year, man, it was hot. Like anyone who was anyone would be trying to get in on it. You think it will take out the adjusted high, basically your high DD band? Yeah, probably. I've got no skin in the game right now. This type of, if you said I had to pick a direction, I would pick up, but nothing yet. So S&P is probably the place that's going to have its first. I think the first tap on the S&P, it's 24 points higher, so S&P probably is going to go first. Yeah, S&P breaking highs one more time. This is going to move pretty quick, I think, from here. Oh yeah, there's nothing bearish about this. Greater market signals all bullish. Market's steady as shit. Like, super steady. Dude, there's all these like trading morning shows now. There's like so many of them. Boom, bum, 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 bum. Somebody be sending me something. Hey, Matt, check out the guy that's copying you. Look what he's doing. I'm like, LOL. Should see who whenever we get out here and go to my funded. I always try to find like a really good streamer, and then like raid them. Like tell you guys, hey, go check out the streamer. Who is trading? I want to see a Dom on the screen. I want to see live trades on the stream. I see a bunch of numbskulls with trading view charts. I don't see trading. Come on. Show me some P&L. Show me some stuff. Wow, we have more viewers than Tasty Trade? How about that? Well, you can pay it forward. Let's find a good trader. Everyone out there trying to build a brand. Oh god, dude. I love seeing like technical analysis algos. there's one on here. There's like this this moving average algo that's just streaming algorithmic trading on moving averages. Not even a person. Giveaway finished. Maybe if we have 1,000 viewers, we'll do one more. But we're about to go to My Funded TV in a little bit, in about an hour. And on My Funded TV, we're going to do like a fat stack of giveaways there. So walk over there when I go over there. We do like 50 something accounts we're going to give away in a little bit. We have more viewers than Tradeify TV. Wow, look at this. You guys are... That's what I'm trying to say. I love Tradeify TV though. They're good. We're getting bigger than a lot of these shows out there. Okay. Okay. All right. The futures world. How do I get to the next level of 2,000 viewers? Maybe I can start streaming. I need girl power. I need a cutie face on the stream. Not my old ugly face. What's My Funded TV? It's the YouTube channel for My Funded Futures. We need pickle power, that's for sure. Matt is pregnant. How did you know? 100% pregnant. The Tasty Trades guys had some of the best videos on learning options. Yeah, they were really good options traders. That I do remember. Have I watched those other shows? Market could go up or down today. Dude, I haven't seen a trading show ever on YouTube that's impressed me. Not one with like somebody that was like, this is an it factor. Like, this is the next superstar of trading. This person is like a freaking wizard at the markets. I've never seen anybody blow me away with live trading on YouTube. Ever. People have said, hey, check this out. And I just check out like average, mediocre, you know. People. I have not found an obscenely talented trader on YouTube. Like, that's just over the top talent. Like, that I would watch personally to learn from. Like, zero. I can't even name someone. A lot of people out there are good, not to take away from them. Good traders. A lot of good traders. But like somebody that's gonna like wow me and be like, okay, I need to study with this person. I haven't found anybody yet. I've been looking forever for somebody that's just like that next level good on YouTube. So I can up my game a little bit. A lot of good to average. I were really close to the required content when she pulled the blanket off the other day. I know, right? We need to do suggestive content. iJock, show off a little bit of shoulders. LOL. Yeah, Stoslov made Thinkorswim and Tasty Trade. That's correct. Yeah. He's good. He's a good options trader for sure. Yeah. Like his options videos are probably pretty good. Figuring Out Money, a collab with them. Yeah, I'll have to check them out. Haven't seen you trade. That's okay though. Adrian would be good. I'm telling you, I bet Adrian would be fun to watch. Adrian's entertaining, dude. In real life. Adrian, you're funny enough, dude. I would watch you trade if you streamed. You got a good, I think you got a good personality for it. What do you think of Dave Teaches? I don't know a lot about Dave's content, but Dave has always been really supportive of our channel. So Dave's a pretty cool dude. I don't know anything about his content, though. I have not really had time to check it out. But he's always seemed like a quality dude. And he's always been supportive of our channel. He pops in all the time and says, hey, very supportive of what we've built. But I have never really had a chance to sit down with a lot of people and see what their stuff is all about. I'm sure it's pretty good. He's got a big following, but I'll have to check it out myself. Maybe AJ should start streaming. Hell yeah, dude. I'll learn something from Traders Reality. Interesting perspective on markets. This is what I like. I want like a different perspective. You guys send me some DMs with some stuff. Give me like, if there's something you guys want me to check out just to see if there's something next level out there, send me a video or something in Discord and I'll go check it out this weekend. How do I remove the ice spin in the fridge? Oh, that's adorable. So open the fridge, open the freezer. This is number one. Maybe you shouldn't be in the fridge looking for the ice spin. You should be in the freezer. Let's start there. Number two is you open the freezer door on the left. I know I'm just kidding with you, but open the freezer. Then there's like a little handle and a little button that you push up, and like you push it up and you open like an inside door. Inside the door, there's another door. Yeah, Don't be looking in the fridge for the ice. Wrong side. But no, but seriously though. And then once you do that, you'll see that there's the bucket there and there's a little latch underneath the bucket and you pull it and you pull the ice bin out. Question number 2. Why are you taking the ice bin out? What are we trying to accomplish here? How to pull it out of the bin itself? How to pull ice out of the bin? I don't understand what you're trying to do. How do you remove the ice bin in the fridge? How to pull out the bin itself? Oh, okay. So underneath the bin, there's a little handle, like you stick, okay, like looking at the bin, underneath it, there's a little handle and you pull it, there's a spring on it. The ice is stuck. Yeah, so that's what's happening. The ice is stuck. So if it's frozen in place, I just had to give it a good solid tug to pull it out. But make sure you don't pull it out without first compressing the spring, or you're going to break the spring. So compress the spring and then give it a good solid yank, because basically what happened is the ice has probably frozen it in place, and that's probably because you left the freezer door open and some of the ice melted. Did it work? Don't hurt yourself yanking it out there, because if it's frozen, it's probably frozen pretty solid. I'm not even down there to know what's going on, but I'm assuming that's what happened. Did it get stuck? Did you leave the ice? Did you leave the door open and then the ice melted and then froze and get stuck? You want to give it a good tug, right? Use both hands. Get that one hand underneath and tug it pretty good. You know what I'm saying? Now some of you guys are starting to catch on to the suggestive jokes here. You always starting to get it. Okay. Give it a just give it. Don't pull it too hard. Just give it a slight tug. Yeah. Don't stick a knife into it. Okay, yeah, in the ice, you probably stick a knife into it. That's so funny. Go take care of it. We'll wait. I think she's streaming. I think I hear her yelling at her phone right now. Let's see if we can just watch it on Twitch. Is she streaming? We can just watch it. I can be lazy and just watch it from here. Oh, yeah, she's absolutely streaming this. Okay. You can see right here. All right, they got the ad playing, but no, she's absolutely streaming the ice bucket here. Okay, let's see what's going on. Let's be lazy. No, she's a big girl. She can handle it herself. Hold on, let's see what's going on. Somebody else said you break, you buy. That's hilarious.
Like, I pulled it out. I pulled the bin out. Oh, shit.
She's having a tough time, guys.
Ice is just falling everywhere. I didn't break it. No. What do you mean I break, I buy? The problem is it was stuck, and this thing is going near, and it's not breaking this ice, and therefore I had to take it out. And so when I removed this whole bucket, ice was just falling all over the place. But yeah, it was stuck, Matt. It was stuck, like you said, it froze, and therefore I had to. Don't waste your ice. What do you mean you can't drink this ice? You can't break it. It's stuck.
She left the freezer door open and the ice melted and then it refroze when she closed it. This is what happened.
Oh, shit.
What the hell is going on? She's going to claim copyrights. That's hilarious. Get a copyright strike on this.
Why is it falling all over the place?
This is so funny. All right. She's having fun with the ice maker. I'm not.
Is there ice everywhere? There's ice here. There's ice here. There's ice on the floor.
This is hilariously good Twitch content. Here I am over here struggling with the market. There she is struggling with an ice machine. Life is always a struggle. This is what life is all about. Do we freeze milk? I don't think we freeze milk. Oh, no. So that's a fridge door. Okay. Yeah. No. So this is a fridge door. But the freezer is this isn't the freezer. The ice maker is not part of the freezer. Actually, she was right. So it's fridge on both sides. There's just an ice maker up in here. And then there's a freezer at the bottom. So yeah. No, we don't freeze milk. That'd be hilarious though. She acts like she's never seen the kitchen or fridge. She's actually, the funny part is that she's like, just, you know, for content, she's just being funny. But this is not the first time it's happened. She did this the other day. That's how she knows what's going on. So what happens is she forgets to close the freezer door or the handle all the way and leaves it open, usually in the middle of the night. And then in the morning, because it's left open, then she'll close it and then all the ice kind of melted. Because it's not in the freezer, it's an ice maker in the door. So unless you keep it closed, you'll melt the ice pretty quick. Financial Fred donating 20 bucks. Oh, thanks, man. Appreciate it. All right. Well, I was going to do a couple more bootcamp giveaways anyways. So we'll tether it on to you guys. All right. We'll do a free class giveaway. If you're not already in the bootcamp as a Rocket Scooter member, type in free class because you guys can join the free class. Financial Fred decided to donate 20 bucks to the stream. I'll donate 60 bucks to the stream. And now we'll pull in 4 free winners of the bootcamp. You guys can come to our daily sessions every day to learn trading. It won't cost you a dime. Thank you, man, so much. Appreciate it. Congrats on the win. He made $5,275. Record profit today. How much of a buffer should I leave on the 100K sim funded with 45 intraday drawdown before I start withdrawing? Not financial advice, of course. Well, technically speaking, sim funded is not really trading. So in general, I always was curious about the legality of telling people what to do in a sim funded account. Technically, you're paper trading and working as a consultant to a prop firm. I think I could give financial advice all day long to a prop firm work because you're not actually really trading a trading account. So you kind of fall to purview of investment advice. That's how I feel. And the argument can hold up in court. But either case, no liability I'll take. But to answer your question, how much buffer should you leave on the table? Sim funded. Which do you have a place where it becomes static? Like, is there a place where you have a certain safety net, Fred, and your account becomes static? That's the question. If you're still dealing with intraday drawdown, you need to create the buffer first. So a lot of the intraday drawdowns like Apex, past a certain point, the account becomes static. You at least want to be there. Is the buffer, so no longer trailing now? Okay. All right. So 45 is the buffer, no longer trailing. So how far up above 45 are you? So you were trailing from 0. Now you're up 45. Now it's your new static point. How far above 45 are you? What's your total profit? Good question. Congrats on the win, by the way. You're about 1K over. Oh, so you're up about 1,000. Oh, you just barely got over it. Yeah, okay. So again, this is not financial advice. This is what I'm going to tell you. As a rule of thumb for me, now you may be thinking, okay, so how much can you withdraw? You definitely, if this is your static buffer, think of yourself right now as resetting this. You are now at 0 in a static account. Okay. With $1,000 profit. Don't think of that $4,500 as profit you've made. Now you can go take it if you want to. If you need the money, take it. If I'm trying to trade this account to make even more money, treat it like now that you have $1,000 over a static limit, right? And honestly, I would build double that or more before I even took anything out. So right now you're $1,000 over the buffer, even though this is really the 0 point. This is where it's now static. Now you have basically a trading account that just launched off that has a 0 point here, right? So if it were me, I wouldn't take anything out until I at least doubled, if not tripled the buffer. Like I would take it seriously and try to build it before I took anything out. But again, it's up to you to decide if you really want your return on investment on the account. How much can you take out? And it's up to you if you want to double or triple or quadruple, whatever it is you put in. For me, my goals are different than most people. My goals are to build the trading account rather than take the first little bit of payout. And so I want to stay in the account as long as possible, right? So treat the 1K as your account value right now. And 45 would be your new 0 point because that's where you're static now, right? Even though you're up 5,500 bucks. Now, if you build some fat off that static account, now if you take like 1 or 2 losses, can't you just? So do you actually lose the account if you fall below the window here, or is it 0? Where do you stop out? Is it there or is it there? Where's the total limit on this? Like which kind of account is it? Yeah, so you have to basically find out what your goal is. Answer the question. Essentially, now it's stopped trailing. So this is your new blow up point is 45, or is the blow up point still at 0? What's the answer to that? Oh, you'd have to lose the 4,500 buffer. Okay, so you have plenty of room. Oh, wait. You'd have to lose the buffer. So you'll close the account here, Fred? This is my question. This is where you close the account and you're only 1,000 above? That's where you are? I haven't messed around with trailing drawdowns in a while to remember. Is 4,500 your new blow up point? Like if you fall below 45, you're done? Or is it 0? What's the answer? Oh, okay. So 0 is your blow up. Oh, perfect. Okay, good. I was like, okay, you're tight on this. Yeah. So what I would personally do, you've got $5,500 to play with to grow this account. So your blow up point is actually at 0. My bad. So you actually have $5,500 in a static account at 0. Now that you're above the safety net, you can take out money. Okay, I get it. Okay, so let me tell you what I would do personally. So now you have $5,500 of total profit. And you're at a 0 point, and now your account is static from here. Okay. So now you have a trading account with $5,500 of profit, not 1,000. My bad on earlier. I misread you. So the question is, you have $1,000 extra dollars below the safety net. Should you take it or not? And the answer is, do you want a big fat payout, or do you just want to take money above your safety net whenever you get it? It's totally up to you. To me, I like the idea of being able to build some fat in the account before I take anything out of it. That's how I am. While you have built a certain amount, which is good, it's up to you to decide. There's no wrong answer. The idea is that if you took out money and you're down here, you're very close to the blow up point. You know, 4,000, 5,000 bucks is like one bad day in NASDAQ. You know what I'm saying? You're not really that far from 0. But it's up to you if you want to risk it to continue to trade more or just take your payout. There's no right answer to that. Me personally, I'd be willing to blow it up to go further in the account to start over, because I know I can build that up easily again. But I'm different. My goal is to build up the account to make it easier for me in the long run. Like I build up these Tradeify accounts, they're never going to blow up. They're so far ahead, I never have to pay for it again. I would have to be really stupid to lose 50 grand of profit trading 1 or 2 NASDAQ contracts, right? So for me, if you want the fat payout, then I would slowly build it with like very little risk. Like I want to be trading 2-3 NASDAQ contracts a trade with 5,000 a buffer. Dude, you could trade 5 micros and just inch that thing up to 10K without really risking blowing that account up with a single bad trading day or a single Trump tweet. If you're trading too big, Fred, you know, like 3 or 4 E-minis, a Trump tweet would wipe out that entire account, right? In a single go. 200 points for a risk interval on NASDAQ is going to be $3,200 on one E-mini if it just drops a risk interval against you. So you're basically like 2 trades away from blowing up with one E-mini. So what I would do is trade micros just to keep building that buffer, right? How much of a buffer would I always build? Like I would always try to build twice the drawdown at minimum before I took any money out. If my drawdown was 5,000 bucks, I'd at least want to bring it to 0 and then build 2 times that, then take out a profit. So once you get it static, then give yourself twice that cushion before I would take anything. But that's just me because I want to keep the account for a long period of time. If you take too early, you risk taking a small payout and then not having the fat to keep the account going. And then you have to use that small payout to rebuy the account anyways. And it's kind of like, You washed. In reality, unless you need the money now, your goal is to make money as a trader. The best way to make money as a trader is to have fat in an account so that you can survive more losing days. That's just my opinion. All right, free class. You ready to go? You guys ready to go? You ready to go? Spinning the wheel for 4 free bootcamp classes. We do bootcamp every day at 4 p.m. Eastern. It's a cool program we do. It's probably the best trading education out there. And it's actually $1 per class. We do 20 classes in 20 days. James Williams, you're the first. If you don't win the bootcamp, we're on class number 5 today. It's totally okay if you don't win. If you want to join in, like I tell you, people donate $20 to pay the bootcamp forward. So every time we get 20 bucks donation, I donate 60 bucks to the stream and we give away 4. So you guys can come learn trading for free, no strings attached. There is no extra cost, extra fee, nothing. James Williams, congrats, man. All right, so at 4 o'clock today, we go live. And the videos are pre-recorded. You guys can catch up. The history of Hoon. You guys go to our Discord. Don't forget to sub to the channel. That's part of it. Then go to our Discord. Go to the contest channel. Look up our admin Slacks. SLACKS. Get them a message. I'll hook you up. And we'll see you at market close. We do our bootcamp every 2 months. It's fantastic. Let me tell you guys something cool about it. It is by far one of the best, I will tell you, if not the best trader trading educations out there. And we only charge 20 bucks for the month. That's it. So all classes are 20 bucks. It's $1 a class, and then it's never another fee for you. 20 bucks every month. You guys can go read the bootcamp. People leave reviews. There's an insane amount of reviews here. It's literally 4 or 5 stars, 5 stars, 5 stars. And people have just taken the boot camp and they've liked it so much they pay it forward. You guys can read all these reviews here if you want on Marketplace. People call it game changer, life changing, cool stuff. No guarantee, you know, obviously we have to be honest. There's no guarantee of trading performance change or, you know, like we can't go out there and promise you anything. But for other people out there, they have on their own come back and bought boot camps through you guys. They've liked it so much. So that's kind of the trend here. It's become such a powerful trend in this community to do that. We never even started this. Just after the first boot camp we did, there was somebody who ended up making so much money. They decided to start gifting the rest of the group. They were like, this is the first payout I ever got, blah, blah, blah. I love to buy a boot camp for someone else. And then someone else was like, yeah, me too. And then someone else was like, yeah, me too. And then as the months went by, it started becoming a tradition here that after every boot camp, members buy it forward for everyone else. And this time around, this has been the biggest giveaway we've ever had. We've now given away, with these 4, 52 seats. We've given away 52 free boot camps. That's how many donations we've had. So it's like, I'm even paying for you guys. So if somebody donates 20 to the company, I donate 60. And you guys can actually learn for 100% free. So that's the best part. How do you get the tools? Oh, the website. Hold on. And there's no like additional cost. There's no rug pull and like, here's the real cost. You know, it's not like this intro to the classes. It's literally everything. All right. That person wasn't here. Mark didn't say anything in chat. So the entire spectrum of what we teach is $20, and that's it. $20 a month if you want to stay in it a second time. Tanway, number 3. I keep slouching in my chair. I feel like it's making me feel short. Hold on. That's better. Oh, were you here, Mark? All right, let me give it to you, man, because like it's boot camp. Tanway. You're on a call. That's okay. That's okay. Normally, you got to be here on time for the funded accounts, but we'll do. So, oh man, appreciate you, Ty. Okay. So Ty's giving, we're giving away 4 more then. Let's keep spinning it. So Tan, you're here. Mark, I'll honor that, okay? But if it's the giveaways for the boot camp, I mean for the funded accounts and stuff, you got to be here to type it in. Okay, Tan, congratulations. We'll give you the boot camp. It says you're probably on an important work call. I get it. It happens. Okay. We'll bend the rules this one time for class. Cool. Is Trump talking right now? Dopest dope. Appreciate you, man. Rocket Scooter. Yeah, appreciate you, buddy. Honestly, it's kind of crazy that we have like such a big rock training program and we really mostly just give it away. That is by far, of all the things that we do, I think I'm most proud of this boot camp. It is the best thing I've ever put together, I think, and the fact that it's created this weird culture of just basically most everybody does it for free. And that's kind of the funnest part. You're gonna wait. So this is now 56 giveaway free boot camps. So 56 people are going to the boot camp for free this time around. Every 2 months we redo it. Tony Chan. So it starts at 4 p.m. Eastern, right at market close. There's a Zoom call we do, and it's very, very, very regimented. We teach you statistical edge in the market and betting strategies, market avoidance strategies, position sizing, risk management strategies, and then of course, we'll teach you rock scooter pivots to go with it. Got you, dope. I got you, man. Tony Chan, number 6. We got 2 more to give away. You're sorry you're already in the boot camp history of Hoon? Can I spin the wheel once more? Oh, okay. That's all right. Will do. A little bit of pullback. Again, I'm not trading any of this. Ever since I got out of my longs here, I'm just kind of chilling on this. Do I think the market sells off today? I don't think so. I really don't think so. But resilience is chopping all over the place. So Tony not here. You got to type something to win, guys. Ooh, she's still fumbling with the ice maker. Let's go see. Hold on. What are they talking about over there on her stream? All right, film studies, you're the winner. So you can see on the side of the stream right now, the thing that we're actually going to do, we're getting the carpenters to come in, is to build out this like really dope wall over here. Behind, we got a big new 83-inch TV to put over here, and we got all this like surround sound entertainment center. We're building out this thing with like a fireplace and shelving, and then we're going to put curtains. Like we haven't really dressed up the house yet, so we're going to do like custom drapes and curtains, and then like a huge decorative wall here. Maybe some lighting would be like 10, maybe 15. I feel like 30K is like a kitchen remodel. Has anybody done anything like that? Maybe you have a recommended company you go with or pricing. Just a decorative wall. 30 to 50? I feel like that's too expensive. I thought 50K I could get a whole new kitchen. Il Mego Palido. What's the move expected next in NASDAQ? Probably to still like chop its way higher. You did your lighting for 10K? Okay. Not 13, 30. 30 to 50. They're quoting us, and again, they're talking about rewiring the electrical outlets, putting up paneling, custom cabinets, painting, all that stuff. I'm like, 30 to 50 seems like too much. What's up, man? Congrats, dude. All right, we got 1, 2, 3. That's only 5. Okay, so we got to do 3 more. Get a custom cabinet maker. 30 sounds about right. DIY for 5K. This is what I was saying. We were talking to some friends and they were saying like basically the wood paneling we can do ourselves. Rally point. The idea is to go out there and buy IKEA cabinets and then get a carpenter to make faces for the IKEA cabinets, like custom faces, not custom everything, but have like stock cabinets with nice faces on the front. Will accomplish like what you want. That's what my friend was saying. Because you don't care about the backs or sides of the cabinet. Not like IKEA cabinets, you know what I'm saying? Like cheap standard cabinets in the back. Because that's not the part that you see. But the front of them, take off the doors and then put custom faces on them. Will I notice in 5 years? That was my friend was saying. Rally Point, congrats, you're the winner. Couple more. Order them from China. IKEA cabinets just break over time. I don't know if the newer IKEA cabinets are actually pretty sturdy though. Like they're not like cheap. Have you seen IKEA stuff lately? It's pretty sturdy. That was my first question was, aren't IKEA cabinets cheap though? Right? And they're pretty sturdy these days. One more. But the idea is that, you know, you don't need to care about all the back of, you know, the back and sides of the cabinet. You don't need all that custom carpentry. And my friend was like, if you do that, you'll probably save $5,000 on the project. I was like, and then you can DIY yourself the rest of it. You need to get expensive hinges. Yeah, like you would buy the faces, or you get the faces made, and then you would get the hinges, like something really nice. Even you wouldn't even really care about that. Because it's like something that you're never going to interact with. It's just like where I'm going to keep like my Xbox and my Switch and my PlayStation and everything. It's just going to look good at the bottom. So really what we want to get is like maybe like a fireplace underneath the TV with a cabinet that goes from one side to the other. Let me draw it on here. Let's see if this... Should I move her camera for a minute? Let me show you what I'm looking to do. All right. So I'm looking... Don't move the camera! So I'm looking to build like something that goes across the floor right over here. And then wood that goes all the way up to the top. And then maybe some floating shelves like here. In here. The paneling goes up to the top and has a hole for the windows. And then we have this much bigger TV. This is a 75, so we just bought an 83. Right up here in the middle. And then maybe underneath it, like maybe like a fireplace or something. And then I have this entertainment center from Crate and Barrel, but essentially to send the cabinets all the way to the wall. So we have like a ton of storage down there. That's who we hired were like people that did entertainment centers. So Gary, you won. One more. And the people that we, that's 8. Sorry, that's 8. My bad. No more. So the people we hire are like custom entertainment center people, and they're the ones that are quoting us 30 to 50K for this. Hold on, let me pause it so that I can get the move, girl. Perfect. Okay. So my thought is that I'm going to get like this, and you guys can help me think about it, is I want to get this kind of like, not the slats, but like I'm going to get wood panels that maybe look like this, like the fatter ones. Just like that. And then it's going to like basically leave this window open. Like this. And then I want to put like a custom shelf, maybe like one floating shelf. That's it. With maybe a sconce, but maybe not. Just like a floating shelf here. Maybe a floating shelf here. And then down at the bottom, I kind of wanted one of those cool, like long fireplaces. Like here. Just a tiny little one, just for fun. And then I wanted to do shelves or like cabinets all the way from one side to the other, like this. And then they have maybe like doors that open out or slide out or something. Like that. And then maybe LED lighting or some kind of lighting on the edges. Like if no like sconce lighting there or wherever, that we have like LED strips along the edges and underneath to kind of put some lighting around it. For 30K, you'll fly out and do it for me. I know, bro. Like we need to DIY this. This is what I'm thinking. And so you'll come out here. We'll go to Home Depot and IKEA together and we'll DIY this. But that's what we're trying to, and like we've been trying to get quotes on this, and we've had 2 people come out, and each one of them says 30 to 50K with the custom electrical work. Other one was like, yeah, about 30K is about it. I'm like, I understand the cabinets, but like a whole kitchen cabinet ain't gonna cost you 30K. Maybe 15K. So I don't know what the cost is, unless the wood prices just went through the roof. Under 10K doing it yourself. The thing is that the cabinets are custom. That's why I can say I can understand custom cabinetry costing 10K. All right, I get it. But that's not even but like 6 to 8 cabinets. It's not even a lot, but whatever. Does it include the fireplace? Yeah, like it would include the fireplace and the electrical work. Yeah. Design contest, LOL, free lifetime for the winner. So I don't even like, and I told my friend, I was like, is this too much? I don't know the price of shit these days, but let me see if I can find some of the pictures that we were looking at doing. Let me see if I can find like some of the inspirations that we were looking for. Let me see. Like the fireplace in the middle of the shelving kind of thing. Let me see if I can find some pictures. Yeah, these people quoting us like 30, 50K. Oh, I don't want like a grandma looking one. I want like a modern. Hold on. Modern. Like deck it out to just look like super dope. Like, I don't know. This is too much. I want to keep it like, okay, so paneling, I'm just thinking like, you know, like wood paneling like that. And then something goes across the bottom, but still kind of be like open. I don't even know where some of the inspiration photos we had. Floating shelves. Let me look at this really quick. Entertainment center wall with floating shelves. Let's see. She had some better pictures than I can find. I'm just Googling stuff randomly. Try to see if I can find a thing to show you guys something that looks like it. None of this looks like it though. I want it to be clean, like not a lot of stuff. God, these are horrible. This is what Google brings up. This is the ugliest stuff I've ever seen in my life. So when I talk about shelf at the bottom, I'm talking like a shelf like this, like something goes all the way across. But I'm trying to find something that's, yeah, like this. This is more like it, but not really exactly like what I want to do. But I want something that goes all the way across with fireplace in the middle, with not the slat paneling, but paneling. Like basically, this is all I'm looking for, something clean. These people quoted me like 30 to 50 grand for that. That's not exactly what I want, but this is similar, just nice and clean. Maybe some lights, maybe not. Yeah, like here's some examples of it. Just something clean like this. It's not exactly what I want, but you guys get the drift. Yeah, something clean like this. Just paneling, TV, shelves that go across me, fireplace in the middle. That's it, literally. And so is 30 to 50 too much for that? I don't know pricing on things. You guys tell me. Have AI generate it? Oh, yeah. Yeah, we had 2 contractors come out and they quoted us a lot. Yeah, these modern ones are pretty dope looking. I don't want a lot of jazz. I want it clean, like super clean, like just not a lot. I don't want a lot of shelves or nothing, just clean wall, maybe some lighting. Welcome to DIY with Matt. All right, we got to go to My Funded TV in just a little bit. So I know we're tailing off the end of our stream here, but everybody head over to My Funded TV. Catch the last half of the show. Lunch Money with Matt is live in about 15 minutes. Ooh, that's kind of crazy with the black wall stuff. Yeah, like I want something clean looking, like super clean. It looks like that's in a bathroom kind of, but you guys get it. Oh, that was a closet actually. Like super clean looking. You guys get what I'm trying to do. I don't want a lot of jazz on the walls. I don't want to, you know, a lot of stuff. But the idea that the only cabinetry that we want is like the bottom cabinetry. Then wood paneling on the back, maybe some sconces, maybe fireplace. That's 50 grand. Oh my goodness. So what are y'all saying? You need a custom electric fireplace. It by itself was 4K. That does make a lot of sense. So quality quartz, depending on kitchen size, can run 7 to 10K. Yeah. And so we're not going to do quartz on the walls. We're just going to do wood. I'm an engineer. Should be on top of all the prices. I know. I should know this stuff. Did a bathroom and it was 25 for 3 vanity cabinets. Nothing fancy at all. Yeah. It's wood. It's not wood is expensive these days. Oh, that's what it is. Okay. Is that accurate-ish? Okay. I'm just wondering because like I told her, I was like, she's like, is that too much? I'm like, I mean, I'll pay it, but let's get a second quote. The second quote was like 30K as well. And I'm like, are we paying like artist levels? You know, like the artists come out there and they're going to overcharge you for like the bougiest looking thing. I'm like, could we more cheaply do this without sacrificing the quality? So I'm like, get a few more quotes and we'll see what we can come up with. You can't really fudge up cabinets. It's really almost impossible to mess up cabinets. You know what I mean? It's a box. It's not like they're knocking out, you know, it's not like they're knocking out walls, you know, that are supporting the house up. The roof's going to cave in or anything. It's a fucking cabinet. It's a box. So it's like you could probably get the cheap cabinet maker to make it just fine. You just need an artist to make the front of it. Okay, I get it. If you can't nail a box together and nail it to a wall, you need to have everything taken away from you, including your tools. You know what I'm saying? Carpentry is super hard. Now, carpentry is hard, but cabinets are not hard carpentry. I feel like the first thing you would learn as a carpenter is how to make a cabinet because it's a square box with a door. It's not like custom furniture. It's not like custom island. It's not like curved pieces. It's not like weird angles or weird notches. It's a freaking box, right? So I feel like carpentry for cabinets should be like the thing you learn as a first year carpenter, right? So I told her, I was like, it's not like you can mess up cabinets. If you mess up cabinets, you shouldn't be making anything else. If you can't put a box together, then you got problems. So let's try to see the cheap side of cabinet making and see if we can't come up with something that's maybe 5 or 10K cheaper. And now we're trying to get quotes for that. But like I said, maybe I don't know much, but I would assume that, that at minimum, the front face of the cabinet would be what's the artistry part. The rest of the cabinet's just a solid box. You know what I mean? You can make the face look ugly because you're not a good artist. I get it. But if you can't screw together the back portion of a cabinet, A+ setup coming in. I hope we get it. All right, everybody, head over to MyFunded TV right now. Oh, C. Kennedy, you're a handyman in Atlanta and the prices are not far off at 20K. Okay. If you guys have any information about the cost of something like that, could you maybe send me a message in Discord just so I can like qualify that? Because I want to negotiate with people. I mean, I anticipated paying 20K at the most, but I'm like, for 50K, if I'm not remodeling my kitchen for 50K, am I really getting overpriced for like just a cool looking TV wall? Send me some info if you guys got it. I'd love to see what your thoughts are. Well, the thing is that I'm not going to be opening and closing those doors that much anyways, right? It's just like, it's going to be holding my Switch, my Nintendo, when I get a Switch 2, by the way. Yeah, hopefully I've been trying to hunt one of those down. Kitchen is 100K these days. Jesus Christ, inflation. That's what it is. Kitchen is 100K? Oh my God. Well, I guess I just better get in the habit of spending money then. All right, we'll see you guys later. Head over to MyFunded TV. Thanks for tuning in, you guys. Awesome, awesome, awesome stream with 1,000 viewers again. We love y'all. Go to MyFunded TV. They do like 50-something giveaways every single day. Here's the link. The Switch 2 is sick. Dude, I played it at Walmart. I went to hunt one down when Walmart restocked 2 days ago. And the Walmarts in Houston didn't get a restock. Everyone else seemed to get a restock, but we didn't get one. Walmart's website was talking about it. So we were like running between Walmarts to try to get one. And a kitchen from scratch, 25K. All right, we'll see you guys over at MyFunded TV. Come on over.